Hello everybody. How are we doing today? We're starting a little bit early today, 1 hour, well actually, yeah, about 1 hour early because I do have to leave an hour early and I had the time this morning, so we did start a little bit early and I hope you guys don't mind. Hopefully some people show up. It would be great to lose all of those average viewers today. No, I'm kidding, but we are starting early because we need to get through some of it, but so we're gonna get right into it pretty quickly. But I do want to say hello to chat. Rez, how you doing? Good to see you. First person here again, I believe. That's I think that's not even your first time being the first one here. So thanks again. TC, of course. Lucky Tiger, hello. DJ, hello. Saf, not scat. Nice name. Hello, how you doing? Dezaras is here again. Welcome. Apparently Nightbot didn't like whatever you were trying to say, whoever that was. I saw it flash up for about 3 seconds, but yeah. Still no Kasakumo there. That's unfortunate, Dezaras. That's unfortunate. Plasma, hello ALM, not late to the stream this time. That is true. I believe you showed up literally like 5 minutes before I ended yesterday. I feel like you showed up. I was like, oh, I'm gonna end, and you're like, I'm showing up, and I was like, all right, I guess I'm gonna go for like 3 more minutes. Mortizhan. Welcome. Nice with the little I think that's the raid or the hype train. I think that's the hype train emote. Anyway, let's get into it because we got a lot of grinding to do. We got to get through D2, D3, SP. Even though my advice is to always get to SP mode on day 1, we didn't do that yesterday. I didn't follow my own advice, but we're gonna do that today. We're gonna get to SP mode. If we're lucky, we're gonna finish that the EX mode. I believe. I have to go double check this, but I believe the original run of this event was the first time that I ever cleared an EX mode. I believe this was the first EX mode I cleared. I don't remember if this was the first one. I do remember I cleared it. I do remember clearing this one, but I don't remember if it was my first one or not. It was pretty early on in the game. I'll just say that. Okay, it's pretty early on in the game here that I cleared this. All right, we're gonna actually, because I want to save Kazagumo instead. All right, let's let some people trickle in here. Oh, by the way, I did my first ALM stream today. It was chaotic, and I only got... Wait, ALM stream? AL stream? I was like, wait a second. You took over my account and streamed while I was gone? No, that makes sense. Congratulations on your first stream. You had 1 viewer, but it was fun. That's all that matters. That it was fun. That was fun. I'm glad. Congratulations on getting started, my dude. This was the EX mode that started my career. Rices, that would be pretty ironic if both of us started our EX mode careers on. I mean, I don't know if I count mine as an EX mode career, but I've done every EX mode. I've not done an every EX mode since this event. I know for a fact I've done every EX mode since this event. So, I don't know if this was the first one though. I might have done. This I think is my first one. I have to go double check that. But yeah, that would be pretty funny if we started on the exact same EX mode. All right, so we still get our rental outfit, so that's cute. All right, here we go. We're gonna go do our 3 build here because we got to do our daily 3 builds. So the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna start this off, and we are going to. How many people are here? The first thing we're going to do, should I do this later? Should I do the builds later, or should I do them now? Should I wait for more people to trickle in? I know we're a little bit early today, so maybe some people showing up a little bit late today. I don't know. We're gonna do some builds maybe. I'll probably stream tomorrow too. Maybe I'll be the only French content creator. Do you speak French during your streams, TC? We need some gamble predictions. All right, we'll do some gamble predictions for the few of you that are here that got the notification that I was starting early today. We're gonna do 3 build today because that's all we need. So the question here is, do we get Shirayuki in a 3 build? That's actually probably a good chance of getting a no there, but we're gonna start the prediction for that. So we're gonna start the prediction. Will ALM get a Shirayuki in a 3 build? All right, that's a good question. Yes, I will. And no, he won't. Alrighty, submission period. Of course you will. Thank you, Lucky Tiger. I appreciate it. Submission period, we're going to make it a full 2 minutes here, just in case some people trickle in here. And that means it's almost time for the ad time. So we're going to start this submission period. Make sure you get it in. You're going to give you a full 2 minutes this time before I get that 3 build, so you guys don't get any cheating on getting to look at the build times. But I will see you guys in a minute after the ad break. You guys got a minute and 50 seconds now to put in your submissions for the predictions. Alrighty, I'm back, but you still have about 40 seconds left to make your prediction. So the prediction is whether or not in the 3 daily builds that I'm doing for today, I'm going to get Shirayuki. The only ship on the banner that I'm missing right now is Shirayuki, the elusive elite ship. She's not even that good, so I don't know. I'm not really going to dig for her, but we're going to do a 3 build today because we get 3 daily builds, so why not? So let's see what the predictions are here. We still have 15 seconds left, so get those last-minute predictions in. Get those last-minute predictions in. Cross, are you late? Technically, you are a couple minutes late, but not a big deal, Cross. Not a big deal, Cross. Oh, yeah, I gotta... Now that you showed up, that reminds me that I need to actually grind Rerun today for you. So, thank you for showing up, because now I remembered. All right, that means the predictions are over. Let's take a look at... the... what the results are. What do you guys have picked? So for the predictions right now, for will ALM get Shirayuki in the first 3 build? Yes, he will. 20% of you said yes. Well, 6 of you said yes for 1,600 points that you've gambled. You have 1 to 4.9 odds. That's pretty good. Rice is the largest gambler with 690 points there. So that is going to make up over a third of the points coming from him individually. And no, they won't. Gets about 80%. A lot of you guys not confident in me. 6.3K is over there being gambled on that. And you guys want 1 to 1.26 odds. 9 people over there. TC Abusuru is the leader over there. And he went all in with 2,100 points. So very confident that I'm going to not get this. I'm not going to blame you guys for voting against me in this one, because the odds on this one definitely tell you that you probably should pick no. But also the game could, well, it would bless me, it would screw you, but the game could bless me and screw you. So it's always a chance, it's always a gamble. And so good luck to everyone. Although more good luck to the yesy wills, because you know that's what I want. All right. TC Abusuru. Every time I go all in, I lose. Oh boy. Good luck. All right, 3 build. I don't even know what the build times are. I still haven't looked them up. I'm not looking them up. Shirayuki's a destroyer, so usually they're pretty light on the times here. Here we go. First one. Not a Shirayuki. You're safe on the first one. What about the second one? Cross, I think it's you this time. I'm not losing packets this time. Second one. Nope. We got one more chance here. Saika, welcome. Welcome back, Saika. Last one. Here we go. Boom, double Northampton. If you had money on double Northampton, you made that money. But if you had money on Shirayuki, unfortunately, I gotta go eat and gobble up those points. Sorry, folks. We'll try again tomorrow. Boom. Sag. Yes, Sag. You think it's me? I don't think it's me. I'm not dropping frames. Or at least that's what I'm being told. Also, Twitch isn't yelling at me for bad connection like it was yesterday. Yesterday, it was yelling at me for bad connection. But I don't think this is me this time. I think this is not me. Probably somewhere during the stream it might be me. But not right now. Alright, we'll go retire some of these things. Get some housekeeping done. And then we got some grind to do. Because I do have to leave early today. So this is a bonus stream. And I guess a lot of people you didn't get didn't get the notification because a lot of people didn't show up today. That's fine. That's fine. We stream an exclusive club for you guys. Very, very exclusive. Grind the burb. Probably not. She's at level 29. It's a little low. We'll probably level her up a little bit more before we actually get her going. All right, let's get an enhance in here. We gotta enhance somebody. Who do we want to enhance? I guess we could enhance. Well, this is a carrier and enhance, so we should enhance Ryoho. Woo! Alrighty. Why do I have so many? I feel like there's so many. There's so much crap down here, and I don't feel like I have that many Bolins. I guess I pulled Kazagumo. I don't know. I need to start retiring ships or something. It's getting tight. It's getting tight in here. It's getting tight. Not so Weiss. Good morning, ALM. Good morning, Weiss. Can you show the Noshiro L2D? Trying to decide if I should buy it. Yes, that's fine. I love this skin. I am not sad about buying this skin the last time it came around. So we can zoom in on it or not. Let me know if you want. But this is the skin. So she tracks very nicely, actually. There's a lot of weird trackings for some LTDs. This tracking is actually pretty good. I like it. Nothing's too unnatural. It basically just tracks where your mouse is. Pretty good. She's got some decent. I mean, that was kind of weird when she gets rid of her little. There's that smile. The way that they get rid of this little lollipop is kind of weird. It kind of fades away, but other than that, everything else is pretty flowy. It looks pretty physics-wise as good as you're gonna get for an L2D at least. She that's her little head pat there, where she just licks her little sucker. I guess technically the skirt is really, really bouncy, so that's kind of weird, but we're just kind of going to assume that there's some springs in it and that it's windy. I don't know. The little lights tell us that it's windy, maybe, potentially. But yeah. Do the special touch thing. All right. Now she gets angry at us because she doesn't like being special touched, so there you go. Sorry for the question again. Did you see the second code? I didn't, but I see that you have a message, and I assume it's there. So I'm not worried about it, Cross. I trust you. I haven't. So if you're asking if I've confirmed that the second code worked, I haven't. The first code 100% worked. It's fine. I'm sure the second code will work. I will send you a confirmation message later. Okay. But I did see it because I had to go. I was waiting, and then I was like, all right, I gotta go. So I haven't looked at it yet, but I'm sure it's there. Buy some dox bait, you cheapskate. Or we could just retire the waifus. Thank you. Looks really good. Actually, this is pretty much my favorite L2D skin. I very much love this L2D skin. But anyway, no, this is not here for a skin review, but I guess you guys got that for free. We are here for grinding the event. We unfortunately didn't get Shirayuki, so that's a little bit sad, but that's okay. I don't think, have I done my hard modes for the day? I don't remember. I have not. We're going to do some hard modes first because that's where we're going to get started. And then we'll move into we'll move into the actual grind here because we got to do those hard modes because we do get event points for it. Plus we get those core data shop things. Remember, we are getting a new core data shop item that's coming on July 1st. That item looks usable. I mean, I would pick one up. I'd pick probably two up, and then actually, you know what? Just pick up 3. Okay, pick up 3 of those items. It'll obviously take you 3 months to do that, but you can put them on light cruisers in the front line that are firepower. So you know you could put one on an Azuma in, let's say you're in Operation Siren and your Azuma's Dev 30, and you don't really care about her surviving. You don't. I mean, she's not gonna have any problems killing things. You can just put one of those on there. That would be probably a good option. They're really good for any firepower boats. Actually, you gotta think about that. Azuma's a large cruiser. I'm not sure if she can equip it. That was a bad example, but a good example would be a Prince Heinrich. Prince Heinrich can definitely equip the new item, and you should use it on her if you're in a situation where Prince Heinrich is not gonna have a risk of dying and whatnot. Aaron's, ayo, welcome back. Alrighty. You know, all right. So, what is it? Res 91. So Res 91 has been the first person in chat multiple days before. Okay, this is not his first time. He's the first person in chat today, and today we started an hour early. Okay, so he's the first person in chat today. He got the notifications turned on probably, unless he was just like super lucky. But he's also been the first person in chat on other days. Okay, and so I'm gonna leave this one, guys, up to you guys. But I'm petitioning that we give. I don't even know if he's still here, but he was here at the beginning, and we've only been going for about 20 minutes. So I'm gonna petition, and I'm gonna let you guys in chat vote. But the vote right now is going to be whether or not we should give Rez a VIP, okay? It's not one of those VIP giveaway streams, but I reserve the right to give away a VIP whenever I so choose and feel like it. And I feel like having a vote. So we're gonna have a vote. We're gonna start a new poll here. Poll new. Should ALM give Rez 91 a VIP role? And then yes and no. He's been up very early in the stream multiple times, so we're gonna see if he gets it. We also do have more. What the heck? The API is dead again. I'm gonna make my own poll. I'm gonna do it the hard way. I have all the bots. I have all the bots that do the straw poll. And then the API is just broke, so we're just gonna make it the hard way. Do it the old-fashioned way, where the bots aren't doing it. And because last time I think people were cheating in the poll, we're gonna do IP checking on here so that you can't vote from the same IP address twice. So that means that you're gonna have to get your VPNs out if you want to double vote and cheat, or you know. But yeah, so if you and your siblings are in the same room and trying to vote, then you're not gonna be able to do that. Sorry. Let's see. All right. So should ALM give Rez 91 a VIP role? Question mark. Yes. No. All right. So we're gonna IP check. Do we want to spam? We want to prevent spam? No, we don't care about CAPTCHAs. You guys don't need to do CAPTCHAs. That's fine. And we will not allow multiple answers. You know what? Fine. You guys can actually vote for both. But you can vote for... No, I'm kidding. Creating the poll. All right, so now I'll put this poll in chat, and you guys can check it. I really wish there was a way... I really, really wish there was a way to... Yeah, Twitch is not in great shape. Twitch is not in great shape? Really? I'm not dropping frames. It's not me. This is a Twitch thing, or it's you. It's not me. I'm not dropping frames, and we're uploading at green speeds. Twitch isn't even yelling at me, so this must be I'm an affiliate, and they're like, your resources are going to all the partners now. I have no idea what this is. Anyway, I posted the straw poll in chat. I'm sorry if there's a Twitch problem. This kind of sucks. Maybe one day we'll get partnered and we'll get priority for research. Maybe we'll get priority for resources. Maybe someday. Darth Sage first stream. Yay! Welcome. Glad to see some new people in here. Good to see. So anyway, I wish is there a way to pin a message? Like YouTube allows you to just pin messages. Can you pin messages in Twitch? Like, can I just like pin it and then you guys don't have to like scroll? At least you got the transcode servers. That's true. This stream is unwatchable for you? Wow. Okay. That's unfortunate, Cross. I'm sorry. You know what? I want to watch. I want to go turn on my own stream. Is it really that bad? I'm nervous. All right. I'm going to go watch. I'm going to turn on my own stream here. Let's see. Is it really that bad? It is grainy. I will give you guys this. It is pretty grainy for me. The chat is actually hard. No, actually it cleared up. Yeah, and it's fine actually. It's mostly it was grainy when it was loading, and then after about 5 seconds in, it looks pretty good. So I don't know. It doesn't look to be Twitch. Looks good here. So it doesn't look to be Twitch. I think that's a you today, Cross. I'm sorry. That's unfortunate. It puts it in 480p. Remember when 480p was like a big thing? Anywho, the point is there's a straw poll and go vote in it. Rez will very much appreciate a yes vote in the poll here. Cause anyway, I did squash the chat. We have to fix the. I haven't got around to fixing that, but I will probably fix that once we get partnered or something. I'll probably go fix that. So go vote in the poll and see if Rez is gonna get his dream of being a VIP. Let's see actually how it looked here. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. All right, results. We'll pull them up on screen so you guys can see what the results are. All right, so right now we have mostly yes. Little 60-40. All y'all in the no category, super jealous. I used to watch anime on 480 when I was young and suddenly discovered HD. That's true. I can relate. It cuts from time to time. That's weird. Okay, well, hopefully we can get partnered sometime and then we don't have to worry about resources getting pulled by Twitch, but yeah, you know. All right, I think this is a yes. Rez, I don't know if you're still in chat, but you were here first, so I'm gonna give you your little role here. Alrighty. It's VIP Rez 91. VIP Rez 91. Let's hope this works. Did I screw it up? I didn't screw it up. Rez is the newest VIP here. And I think we can look at all VIPs, maybe? Does this display them all? There it is. There's a list of all the VIPs so far. So, do things to make Meta happy. And maybe you get VIP at some point. Alrighty. Back to the game. Back to the grind. We got to get this stuff done because I got to get going, actually. So we got to... After this, we can go grind the event. How is the event treating everybody in chat right now? How is the event going? Have we gotten any Noshiro drops? Have we gotten any... I have a resolution at 160p. I mostly listen while playing Azure Lane. Well, as long as the audio works. Oh my. I'm technically not using an Ethernet cable right now, so that you would think maybe has a problem, but I'm literally uploading like 4,000 to 6,000 kilobytes per second. So it's not that. 40 pulls to get all apart from Noshiro and Kino. And Noshiro is from the shop and you can pull it. So yeah. Brutal. 65 pulls for the new ships. I've made... How many pulls have I made? At least 43. I can't remember if I'm at 53. At least 43 polls, and I haven't got all the ships yet. So, not fantastic. Just started D3, so no Noshiro here yet. I saw that Fallens yesterday was grinding. I was in his stream chat a little bit, and I saw he ran his first SP mode of the day. Obviously, you can only do one SP mode per day, but he did his SP mode for the day, and he literally, obviously yesterday was the first day, he literally got Noshiro first time. It's pretty funny. Bought Noshiro this morning. Nice. I don't understand it. Internet looks fine. Download speed 120 megabytes. Upload speed 6 megabytes. I have no idea. That's weird. Maybe refresh the page? I have no idea. Because upload speeds here are fine. I also viewed it myself. I went to my own stream page. I watched my own stream page. And it looked like it was running fine. I mean, more or less. There was no lag, and it was at decent resolution. I mean, I didn't stay for long, so maybe it would have throttled me between, like, good and bad. I don't know. I only checked it for, like, 10 seconds. But it looked fine. 100, is that 100 pulls or 100 cubes? Still no Kazagumo, though. That hurts, my dude. That is never fun. Never fun when you get that. All right. That's not what I meant to do. Whatever. Recommended. We'll take that out. We'll take you out. And then we'll go throw in some other people we don't care about. We should probably grind the Kazumi today. Should probably make sure that gets effectively grinded. I don't think that's a word, but you know what I mean. All right. 2 more for this. Who are we going to level up? I guess we could level up this key here. And Soryu, I guess, so that she can have a better retrofit. I don't know. That looks good to me. As long as the O stream is running fine, everything is fine. Yeah, we're probably not going to do an O stream this week. Probably going to be next week or maybe 2 weeks. It depends how slow it takes me to grind up Rune Mew here. We can add Rune Mew actually in here. Let's go add Rune Mew in here. Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? Dun 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 dun. Please tell me where is she? There she is. I was like, I know I have her. I didn't even. She's literally at 3 stars. Ah! So much for my gold bullions. Cool. Yeah. Okay. This is fine. All right, let's put some gear on her. What are we going to put on her? Let's put her this new gun on her. That's fine. I have it laying around. I don't care. We're going to put that new gun on her. Actually, that gun's fine, because actually that gun's actually pretty good. I forgot. Oh, no. Rune's the one that switches ammo, right? She doesn't switch ammo, right? Does she switch ammo? No, she has a barrage. Okay. Was this one switch the ammo? No. No, she switches the shields. That's what she does. Okay. Well, who cares? We're gonna just use that one anyway. That gun's actually pretty good on Rune because Rune switches the ammo to actually being good. We have our non-preloaded torps. That's fantastic. And I'm being sarcastic. What do we want to use? We could just throw in a random torps. We don't really care. Punishing you for saying the wrong ship class during the stream. Yikes. Yikes. Oh, we'll give her the extra hit stat. That's fine. Auxiliary wise. Let's see what auxiliary wise. I mean, maybe we'll give her some survivability because she's obviously not leveled very high. And then I don't know. I guess we could go with the radar. That gives her evasion and hit. She could use that. She can use both of those. Those are fine. All right, we'll go with that. We're fine. We got to get her up. But we're. Let's see. Oh, we don't care about that. And the other thing is also not something we care about. All right, so going into the Swirling Cherry Blossoms. They get our 2-pole for here. Yeah, I don't think I could put Rune Mew in here without her dying. It's a big rip. Big rip. All right, well, we'll move them around here. Ryoho is one of the best healers in the game. So, yes, she's very good. Ryoho is very, very good. So, yeah. Don't think you can beat the last Chips oath stream. The Madman oathed 50 ships. Wait, who oathed? Who oathed 50 ships in a one live stream? That's pretty nuts. Who did that? When the only negative people use... Wait. Is that she isn't Perseus. You know it's something great. That is true. That is true. My reason for saying Perseus is better and that Ryoho is not best healer is because Perseus exists. Yeah, it's like, yeah. Basically, it's like, oh yeah, Perseus exists, but Ryoho is actually really good if you want to grind. Because if you want to grind and you want to like have a 1-1 fleet or maybe a 2-1 fleet or something like that, Ryoho is actually really good for that. So definitely don't knock on her. Definitely pick her up. Why I compare them? They're for different situations. I mean, technically, yes. You are right. Ryoho's when you have a few ships that you want to heal a lot and you're like grinding, and Perseus is like when you're like needing just a massive amount of heals across as many ships as possible. Perseus does things. She heals the other fleet. She heals everybody in your fleet. She's definitely more of a healer. But Ryoho allows you to single target your weakest ship and keep it alive, which a lot of times if you're grinding, that is a super important part of healing. That's important because you're going to have like a really strong ship that's going to carry you. That's fine. You don't need to heal that ship. But if you can target that ship that you're grinding, that new ship that you're working on, then that's a super big plus there because that ship is probably going to be taking a majority of the damage that you're having a problem with. I think Perseus is the only ship I missed from Aurora Noctis. Yikes. Yeah, that's probably the best ship from Aurora Noctis. That was... I still think that is my favorite data mine video I've ever done. And I think that was because I went into it, wasn't excited for really any of the ships too much. A little bit, but I'm always excited to look at new ships, but I wasn't like... I didn't look at the arts on the reveal and was like, ooh, I was just kind of like, okay, it's whatever. Let's see what they have. Go in there. I was like, oh, we got an owl girl. That's cool. Let's see. And I was like, oh, she's a light carrier. Or what, is she any good? Man. Reading the stats, I was like, all right, the stats are crap. And then I get to the skills, and I'm like, oh, that skill's pretty good. Oh, that skill's pretty good. Oh, dang, this ship actually is not trash. I think that was really funny because I literally was recording that, looking at it for the first time, reading through it. And I was like, oh, these stats are crap. And then I looked at the skills. I was like, oh, this ship is really good. So I was like, Perseus is the target ship. She's most definitely the target ship for that event. So hopefully they get a rerun for those of you who missed the event or weren't lucky enough to get Perseus on your first run here. Hey, we're creeping up. We got to get to 75 viewers. We got to get that minimum. Otherwise, we're going to be hurting. We got that application for partner in right now, and we need to make sure that we don't drop below the partner levels here. So we need to get back up to 75. We're at 64 right now. Ryoho is the ultimate babysitter. Yeah, basically, she is the babysitter of your weak ships. You need to grind. Perseus and Ryoho are the best. I use them so much. They're at 120 max save XP. Yeah, I use Perseus so much. Perseus, I feel like if we ever do increase the level cap to like 125 or something like that, I feel like I'm just gonna instantly get to 125 with like Perseus because I feel like I use her so much. It's kind of insane. I don't think Ryoho can heal enough for a stronghold CV boss anyways. Yeah, I mean, if you're an Opsai, Perseus is the way to go. Most definitely. Like, you pretty much want Perseus. The only time that you would want a Ryoho is if they have what we like to call the heal virus skill, or basically where the boss turns all of your heals into damage, or it turns all of your heals into heals for itself. So if you have one of those anti-heal type of skills, then maybe you want to use Ryoho because Perseus has a guaranteed heal on all of your other fleets. So there is, I guess, that potential. But honestly, Perseus's heal is so small, it's not going to heal the boss that much. And it's not going to deal too much damage to you anyway. You don't use healer for boss fights. You use them for consecutive fights and mob fleets. That is true, but it also doesn't hurt to have Perseus's skill heal your heal your boss fight as long as there's not like a Jesus, so loud. It doesn't hurt to heal your boss fleet, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, I made a packet loss test, and that looks really bad. It's not me losing drop frames. They're going right to Twitch. So, I'm not sure what's happening, Cross. I'm sorry. We will make sure to have it better, I hope, for your O stream. I think I'll wait for Perseus because I'm low on cubes. Honestly, I have no idea when Perseus' rerun will happen. That might not happen for another year. I mean, to be fair, it's coming up on a year since her event, but they might not rerun it for another 6 months. They might not run it for 12 months. Like, I don't know. I think the next event is going to be a collab. I think that's probably not going to be an event where the ships matter that much, unless you're like a waifu for them, unless there are some of your waifus. But I definitely think that right now is probably one of the more safe times to empty out cubes, because I don't think we're getting a UR until at least end of August, maybe early September, October, something like that. I think we're pretty safe from a UR. I think there's a very small chance that there's any major event between now and the next one, between the collab. I think it's small chance that the collab ships are something that are a must get meta-wise. I think they're going to be mostly like get if you like them. There might be a few beginner, nice, friendly ships, like ones that have good barrages, a good barrage battleship, maybe a healer, something like there, so that if you get started, you can do it. But I don't think anything's going to be like top tier meta from that event. I hope they aren't. And then I think we're gonna get a little break, and then while people do their PR4, because that's coming in like wow, that's coming in like what, 13 days, something like that. So I think right now, if you want to go in on cubes, I think we're a little bit safer than you would normally, of course. And Noshiru and Ryoho and Kazugumo are all really good ships from this event. So if you don't have those three, I would definitely consider at least going in for them a little bit deep. Obviously, I think New Jersey and the Italian events were a little bit stronger than this event, but this event's also very strong. I think the reason it's not getting as much hype as it was is because a lot of the old veteran players already have Ryoho and already have Noshiru. So this event really just gives them Kazugumo, and Kazugumo is good, but not necessarily something you drop 500 cubes for. So alrighty. Let's save for the anniversary. Oh god, I got a lot of things to catch up in chat because I was ranting a little bit. Perseus and How are both amazing. How is like a nice upgrade over Hood. So anyone who really liked Hood and how that skill worked, How's pretty good. 3K experience should be enough for 123. Yeah, my Perseus and Ryoho would likely be auto 125 if the cap goes up again. My internet just went from 15 megabytes per second to 3.3. Oh no, what's going on, Mr. Provider? Yikes. I hate those lag spikes. Exciting collab event, guys. I mean, I'm not a big collab person. I'm not really going to invest too much in Idolmaster, but I hope it brings in some new players who've never played before. I'm excited to meet some new players. I met a lot of new streamers on Twitch that do Azure lanes, so that's exciting. I feel like there's a lot of VTubers that have just started doing Azure lane now. So that's cool. Maybe we can get more people in here. If we do get partnered, if we end up not scuffing the partnership with this stream because we're a little bit below average right now, but if we end up not scuffing the partnership application with this stream, then and we get the partnership, then maybe we can make a Azure Lane stream team, Azure Lane stream dream team, Azure Lane stream dream team. That's a mouthful, but yeah. And then we can have a whole bunch of different people join and stream Azure Lane. DOA collab had some broken ships. Broken's a really strong word. I don't think there was any ships that were broken. Maria Rose was actually not a bad destroyer, so I'll give her that. And Hanukkah is a decent barrage battleship healer. Broken is, I would not put any of them in top tier. Okay, I wouldn't put a single one in top tier. Maria Rose is the closest you're gonna get, but she doesn't have synergy, and so she's like equivalent with the top tier ships, but she doesn't have synergy with other factions, so she will ultimately be power crept out of the top tier. And then Hanukkah. I mean, Hanukkah has a heal and a barrage and is a battleship. That's somewhat unique. I mean, if we get like an Arizona retrofit, that's I assume an Arizona retrofit will be basically just making her Hanukkah. But those two ships were decent and usable. But outside of that, the rest of the event was trash. And even those two ships, like they're usable, they're good. Maria Rose, like I said, pretty good if that's what you want to use. But once again, you're gonna be giving up on a lot of synergy here. JP Anniversary definitely gonna have a UR again. I'm gonna assume it will. I'm going to spend my cubes and assume that the JP Anniversary will have a UR. If I don't, then I get some extra cubes to save. But that's what I'm thinking. Dracomir, I'm about to drop 500 cubes on Kazagumo since I don't have Potter. Yeah, well, if you don't have Potter or Yugure, then you definitely need to get a Kazagumo. If you're like me and you're pretty much almost done with a maxed out Potter, like completely maxed out, then your desire for a Kazagumo is pretty low. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna use her in PvP. There's a good chance I still use Potter in PvP actually, because of her ability to use the Manju item. But in PvE, there's definitely Kazagumo is the best carrier buffer in PvE, no questions. I probably better than Sirius. She's got the heal, and she's got a ton of torpedoes to help out with just spamming mobs, and yeah, she's a really good ship for PvE mob fleeting with carrier mob fleet. So I'm glad I picked her up. Azure Lane Dream Team. Stream Dream Team. Yeah, I like the little apostrophe there. Yeah, Maria Rose is just a downgrade of Duca, in my opinion. I mean, Duca's a light cruiser, but I guess technically, yeah, in terms of like the damage they can output is pretty similar, and Duca's just more bulky. So I could see it. They're not. I wouldn't compare them directly. I wouldn't say they're like directly comparable, but if you are making the comparison, yeah, I'd pick Duca over Maria Rose. Cannot beat Hanukkah in a 1-1 fleet. Yeah. Hanukkah's whole special is a 1-1 fleet. That's what she does. I can beat Hanukkah in a 1-1 fleet by using a ship that needs experience. True. Like, I mean, yeah, Hanukkah's a really good 1-1 fleet. So if you're trying to... But here's the thing, though. The thing about Hanukkah that's kind of weird is you're going to use her in a 1-1 fleet. When are you using a 1-1 fleet? That's when you're grinding something that you need to be oil efficient for. When you're grinding something that much, you probably want to level a ship that you want to experience, right? Okay. If you're doing a 1-1 fleet with Hanukkah and you're trying to level up a backline ship, obviously you can't do that. So if you're doing a 1-1 fleet and you try to level a frontline ship, you could use Hanukkah, right? That's fine. But Hanukkah's actually a little bit too strong. She's going to take those MVPs from you, which is a little bit unfortunate. So it is what it is. 3 anniversaries mean 3 times the potential for UR. There's a lot of potential for UR this anniversary. I'm not too scared. We get our cubes back up. We have the whole summer to get the cubes back up. You guys already know it. So don't tell me come August like, oh no, I spent all my cubes. Like, you knew there's gonna be a UR. You know there's gonna be a UR probably coming for the anniversary. Save up. We have a lot more cubes available to us. But yeah. Rez, wait, how come I got an MVP VIP? Oh boys, he doesn't know. He doesn't know, boys. Cross, your internet seems to be working again. That's pretty good. That's why you give her a +0 confetti gun. That's true. But she does have a barrage. The cubes I have now are going to PR4 research. I'm taking PR4 pretty nice and slow unless there's something stupid busted good. Which is actually pretty likely that Hakuryu... I think Hakuryu and the German carrier have a chance to be pretty good. I'm a little bit nervous. We'll see. But I will probably be switching the PR4 research pretty soon. I'm trying to get one more fire control radar right before PR4 comes out. All I have to say is this. I really, 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 really hope for my sanity that they have high performance fire control radars in Research 3 or Research 4. Because they're in Research 3 only right now. And if I have to stop grinding in Research 3 to go get the PR4 prints, which I will do, and I'm going to lose out on high performance fire control radars, or if you're a new player and you haven't grinded PR3 yet and you're just going to lose out on high performance fire control radars, that sucks so much. Okay. Yeah, exactly. The 457 is an exact number right there. Like, you have that gun in PR2. Everyone's going for it in PR2. PR3 comes out. Pretty much no one was done with their 457. Not no one, but like a lot of people were not done in English specifically. We're not talking about Japan. Japan had plenty of time, but English had a short season between PR2 and PR3. And so we had a short time. So almost nobody except the mega super whales had the 457 done. So a lot of people jumped to PR3 right away, and then they never got the chance to get their 457. And that's why we still not have that many 457s around in the game. So hopefully they have the ability to do that. Please put a stag in PR4. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the sextuple in PR3 is very different. Also, that one, yeah, I mean, that one's kind of nice. But there's no way Hakiryu is going to be busted. I think Hakiryu plus Shinano might be a meta tier ship once they come out. I stayed in PR2 for almost a month to finish the 457 and get FTG for Dev Level 30. I stayed for more than a month. I stayed for like 3 to 5 months in PR2 to make sure that I got my 457 and Dev Level 30 FTG. That's probably why I feel like I'm behind in PR3, to be honest, because I stayed in PR2 for so long. And now I'm going to jump to PR4 because I'm not that interested in things in PR3. I have my sextuples. I have my high performance fire control radar, at least one of them, right? I have pretty much everything. I'm not too interested in a Drake gun, although it wouldn't hurt to get one. But I'm probably going to jump to PR4 because PR4 is going to be much more interesting to me, which this is why I'm just hoping that we get the high performance fire control radar, because that is an item that you will never really get too many of, I don't think. Like, every account needs 3. It's just like a bare minimum. You need 3 of them. That takes forever. That's 75 prints to get 3 of them. They also drop in very limited quantities. They're short printed in PR3, which is time gated. So I'm just hoping that they add them to PR4, and maybe we'll luck out here. Also, my Vanguard's not doing so hot here. This is not good. I don't want to return to IJN Cancer. Well, the lucky thing is, especially if you're going to be running that double fleet that we're talking about, the lucky thing that you have going for you is Acula Warspite is probably here to stay. Okay, I'll tell you this right now. It's probably here to stay. And so that's really good for anyone who... So anyone who's really nervous about a specific ship. If that ship doesn't have invincibility, Acula plus Warspite will be able to take care of it for a little bit. Hey, we've been going for about 53 minutes now. Now we're getting back to the times that I usually start streaming at. We usually start streaming around this time, so maybe some people will show up and we won't scuff our whole partnership application today. I just returned to PR1 to get another stag. Only 6 prints missing. Yeah, stags are something that you probably want to pick up 3 to 5 of. I'm pretty much writing off the Drake gun as not going to happen. Yeah, the thing that sucks is I've not been going for Drake prints. I've not been spending a lot for Drake prints, but I've been getting a little bit of Drake gun prints. And so it's like I'm sitting there with, I don't know how much it is. It's like 25 or something, but it feels like such a waste But I'll maybe get it at some point. But they definitely won't bring the UR gun forward, I don't think. I think they're going to have like one UR item per PR system, like a target item. So the first one was a 457, and then there was the Drake gun in PR3. So I assume we're going to get another item in PR4 that's going to be the target. That's neither the 457 or the Drake gun. That's forcing you to do research for that rainbow gun or rainbow item always through that research system. I think a lot of people were predicting an IJN dive bomber is probably a good choice for it. I think given that we have Hakuryu coming out and that it's World of Warships, I think there is a good chance that we do get a Japanese dive bomber for our rainbow item, but it could be anything. Probably not Subtorps. I would be shocked if it was Subtorps. If it was Subtorps, no one would literally grind PR4 items for it. I don't think. Like, no one cares about Subtorps. We have those bidders and people still don't care about them. Will new players ever be able to catch up to PRs at this point? Probably not. You might be able to catch up to the grind. You can always grind your way back up, but you are always going to be time gated by research to some extent. So you could only get so many prints per day. And given that PR system looks like we're going to have one every year, I don't think you're going to, like, it takes pretty much a year to get all the prints that you need for your PR. So you can definitely catch up on the grind where you get all of them. That's easy. The hard part is getting them all to Dev 30. And that comes down to, can you get the prints? And that comes down to, it's time gated. You are literally, it's not like you can play more and you'll get more, if that makes sense, right? You have to wait for them to get done. So that part makes it like you'll probably never catch up, if that makes sense. I mean, I'm a veteran player and I am not caught up, right? I've been playing for 2 years and I'm not caught up to PR. And I'm not even going to attempt to catch up to PR because it's just kind of impossible. So if you're starting today and the expectation that you're going to get all Dev 30 ships in PR before PR5 comes out, that's ludicrous. Okay, you're just not going to have that happen. Like, you could play like 24 hours a day every day, and sure, you would potentially get all the ships, but there's no way to get them Dev 30. So, like, in that much time, like, yeah, you can spend cubes and get your rates up, and you'll beat the average person, so you'll like gain ground on other people, but yeah, you're time gated in how many prints you can get. Is this the last run of D2? I think this is the last run of D2, which means we get to go into D3. So that's cool. Cubes are the way to rushing down prints. They are the way to doing it faster, but even people who spend a bunch of cubes on getting blueprints, it's going to take you 6 months to finish a DR. At least one DR, 6 months print wise. Okay, we got 2 DRs in this PR5 or PR4, and getting that done before PR5, and let's say you don't have a Zuma or FDG yet, or Drake, not gonna happen. Yeah, you also have the barrier of like what PRs you get in the research. Yeah, that's true. That's RNG. Although that could play your advantage, to be honest, if you roll good. All right, guys, we're on D3. Let's go. We're in the Noshiro Grind Town. Here we go. Noshiro Grind Town. And then I think we got to finish this. I don't know how many times. Ooh, we need to switch up our fleets. I don't like my oil. I'm also not going to be around this weekend because I'm busy this weekend. So let's I don't like oil. We can get rid of our oil. No one needs oil, right? We don't need that oil. All right. So let's put in Kasumi, right? We'll put in a Kasumi. That we need to grind her up anyway. She needs to get to level 90 by the end of the day. She probably won't get there, but whatever. We'll level her. Where is she? Where is this girl? Where is she? Rune Mew is a little bit too weak here. We gotta actually level her first. Do I have a sword on? All fat? No, they're all in here. Pablo, thank you for the follow, my dude. All right. Burning oil intensifies. Yeah, exactly. We're gonna have to change some of these requirements here, but what am I missing? Why is this so irritating? Well, this is the wrong Kasumi. I obviously don't want to use my level 1 Kasumi. There she is. I don't know why that was so hard. All right, there we go. And we have definitely just enough evasion. Let me go level up. Make sure Kasumi actually has guns and stuff. Where is our Kasumi? Geez, we gotta go find her again. Fun. Alright, we can actually add her evasion. I guess we can do that. That's fine. Gotta get her level 90 to get the new skin. That's pretty hype. I love that new skin. She is leveled, or equipped, though. We did equip her yesterday, so we don't have to worry about that. Malastre, is she fully equipped, I think? She's got to be. We've been grinding with her for a little bit. She's at 99, I think. Yeah, okay. She's good enough. We're getting up to 99. We're on the way. Pablo's still alive. Oh, he's subscribed. Thank you for the subscription, Pablo. I don't know why I didn't get notified about that. All right, nice. Welcome. All right, so guys, I was watching him last night, actually. Go check out his channel. He streams Azure Lane 2. He's got a pretty cool Roman VTuber rig. And I'll say this. What I'll say this about Pablo. When you go into his channel whenever he's streaming, just ask him to say his name. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Just ask him to say his name, and I think you'll be pretty happy about that. Okay, just ask him to say his name. That's all I'm asking. Okay, you'll be pleased. No problem. Got to support the cause. Thank you. I appreciate it, Pablo. All right. I lost track of what I was doing. Okay. What I was doing is I was checking to see if Kasumi needed to have enhancements. That's what I needed to do. And she does. So we're going to enhance her. There we go. That's what I was doing before Pablo distracted me. Thanks for the shout out, homie. No problem, dude. Thanks for the sub. Time for the event. Time for D3. Here we go. D3 on day 2 of the event. Do we have cats? Yeah, we don't need cats for the second one, right? Adjust. This is fine. Kasumi's weaker. We'll put her in the middle. And I guess we'll just try running this 3-2 fleet here. Unless I have another battleship I want to level. Do we have another battleship I want to level? Really bad. I guess we could do Champagne, but I'm not like super into running that unless there's a French event that comes. Nothing here. We could run Amagi, because Amagi literally is disappointed in me. Amagi-chan is disappointed in me. There's not really another battleship I want to run. I want to particularly level, so we'll just call it a day at that, and we'll just go with this. Hopefully this works. And ask him about pizza delivery. Just give him a follow, and he'll say his name. That is true. I'm pretty sure that he'll be nice. Hey, we're up to 72 people. We're getting close to that average we need to hit. I assume a lot of people just showed up at the regular time, and I said I did send out a little message to people with a notification saying I was starting early today because I needed to leave early today. But most people still showing up around the same time. I guess that is the benefit of habit. Shinano Percy Tosa. Alem goes hard at the cross-feet barrages. I mean, to be fair, Shinano's does not give the cross-fleet barrage here because we don't have a carrier in the Vanguard or in the flagship. So Shinano's not going to do anything, but Tosa will, and so will Percy. And technically, Independence has a cross fleet, so Independence will buff Shinano if for some reason this fleet can't kill the boss or something like that. Like if this fleet isn't able to take care of the boss, we can totally go and use Independence to buff. I would actually put Casablanca in there, but Casablanca's skill is not going to activate because we have Independence already. So it's not particularly a plus for us. Also, for Operation Siren, do I need 4 fleets at plus 100, or can I start just throw in whatever I have? I'd say start, but you definitely need 1 fleet of everybody over 100, I would say. You're not going to have a good time if you don't have at least 1 fleet with everyone over 100. But do you need all 4 fleets with over 100? No, because you will need that to kill any of the bosses, but you can get resources without killing the bosses. You can get resources just by grinding the mob fleets in the general ocean, in the open map. So that stuff, if you have a well equipped, well synergized fleet at like 105, 110, you can get most of that stuff done. I'm not saying that's like going to give you all the rewards that you should be getting, but it's a place to start, and getting yourself familiar with Operation Siren as soon as possible is pretty important. So, yeah, I would definitely start if you have at least 1 fleet with all over, like probably closer to 110. But if you have really good ships, like if Perseus is 100, then like you're fine. But if you're gonna try and use like non-meta ships, they probably need to be closer to 110. But if you're gonna use meta ships, you can probably use like 100, 105, something like that. And definitely don't forget your cross fleet buffs. Your Shinano, your Perseus, your Tosa, your Casablanca, your Independence. I think that's all of them. And Casablanca doesn't even matter that much anymore if you have Independence. There's Kasumi leveling up. Let's go. Did I put Kasumi in the dorm? I should probably go check if Kasumi's in the dorm. Skills are important. Yeah, of course. When I'm talking about this, you should have level 10 skills. You should have your skills at level 10 as well. And hopefully you have all plus 10 equipments as well. Or at least plus 6. Everything should be at least plus 6. Preferably plus 10. And obviously plus 13 if you can. But if you're doing Operation Siren for the first time, you're not going to have plus 13 because, well, you need to do Operation Siren to get the gold plates to get you plus 13. So plus 10 is the goal. If you can get all plus 6, though, that'd probably be the minimum. Yeah, Operation Siren gets a lot easier as you pick up adaptability. So make sure you do the easiest maps first and try to pick up as much adaptability as you can. If you need to spend resources to buy adaptability and you're new, this is for new players who are struggling. Definitely do it. Wow, we're up to 88 people. Let's go. We're keeping that average up. We need to stay over 75. And I feel like the first hour of this stream, we were sitting at like 50. So, and we need to stay over 75 to keep our partnership applications safe. So now we just, have to sit at 88 for the next hour. And then unfortunately, I think I have to go. So I got to get more than 88. Keep this stream above 75. That's the goal. I'll be here till you leave. Thanks, Spite. Thanks, Sprite. Sprite on balls. All right, nice user. No joke. You can farm D3 with a level 70 New Jersey. I'm sure you can. I obviously want to finish it and then probably get it into AES first before I start doing that, and then maybe get into safe mode. But once you get D3 into safe mode, you can use New Jersey's pretty good. Playing since last September, and Abyssal and Operation Siren has cost you a lot. Abyssals are probably the hardest content in Opside nowadays. Before the post the Siren Stronghold nerf, they are definitely the hardest. Siren Strongholds have been nerfed, so their Abyssals are now harder, and that makes sense because Abyssals actually give better rewards. The most valuable resource you can get out of Operation Siren is actually UR design prints, and you can only get those really consistently out of the shop, as well as abyssal zones. That's where they drop. And of course, you can get them from like cats or some weird stuff, but you're primarily going to be farming them in the abyssal zones, which are the hardest content there. You are going to need at least a few full level 120 ships to finish a corrosion level 6 abyssal zone. And so, like, if you're new, just ignore the abyssal zones. I mean, it pains because that's where the best loot is in the abyssal zones, but you're not gonna be able to do them. So don't waste your time and frustration on them. You need a full leveled, probably 2 full leveled boss fleets if you want a shot at them. Okay, so just work your ships up there, you grind them up, and you'll get there eventually. Don't worry. I don't know why I went manual on this. I guess it's probably good because we're at, I think this is full lethal, so it's probably good that we went manual on this, but you know. Are we gonna get an S clear on this? Nope. Nope. Kasumi is like, nope, I'm not alive. Kasumi's a little weak though, so I wasn't expecting her to survive the whole thing. But I am hoping that we actually kill this map and we don't have to use Fleet 2, because that saves us a lot of oil by not dying there. Let's see. I'm so used to, like, there's a chance that Casablanca always has that double airstrike, but Independence never has that double airstrike. So I'm like, oh, we could maybe get no, never mind. This isn't Casablanca. This is Independence. Yeah, she's stronger, but she doesn't have that super janky RNG. Thanks for the follow, Dare Phoenix. Yikes, that hurt. At least we got some torps into her. I'm surprised they don't call her Ember. They call her Takao on her health bar, which is interesting. All right, that's cool. Skip. I like that you can turn it on to manual after the thing is done. All right, one clear. Is that the first clear of the day for D3? So now we got to do it like 4 more times, and then we got to do SP mode, and then we could do EX mode. Zombie are the worst. Yeah, if you get a zombie abyssal, you're going to not be in for a fun time. I'll just say that. You're not going to be in for a fun time if you're in a zombie abyssal. I did a corrosion level 5 stronghold and had to repair my ships at port like 8 times to kill the final boss. Yeah, and the thing about strongholds is you can leave and repair at port now. That was one of the things they've updated. Abyssals, you still can't leave. So they're even more difficult. You can actually just fail them. I'm killing my helmet in Opsai level 6. What is the zone? Call it not abyssal, not stronghold, not normal zone. For 3,000 skill experience with a mafia fleet here. It's probably a obscured zone. I think it's probably an obscured zone that you're talking about. Zombie, you do no damage after 20 seconds. It's an old event. Didn't they name her Amber in like Opsai? Yeah, it might have been that way. I'm not, you know, honestly, you guys see exactly what happens when I do the lore, and that is that I just skip it. So, I'm not a lore expert by any means. There is a lore channel in my Discord, and the people there are very into lore. And so if you are into lore or want to learn about it, I would encourage you to go there, ask questions. They have a lot of cool stuff in there, but that is not my forte. Likely because she's fighting IJN, who knows that she is Takao. She is not hiding the fact she's Takao. There are mob fleets hidden in abyssal zones that you can use for extra runs at the boss. That is true. Yes. I have a video called Zones. It's called Operations. That is my PvP alarm. I should actually go probably do PvP after this battle. Yeah, there's things called, I have a video called Operation Siren Zones or something like that. It talks all about the zones. It has tricks like the fact that there are hidden abyssal boats. If you want to see where those are, you can see it. I have a portion talking about it. You just go to the abyssal zone section of that video. There's timestamps there, so if you want to know about one specific zone, you can jump to that specific zone rather than watch the whole video. Honestly, I think I made a really crappy thumbnail or something like that because no one clicks on the video. The click-through rate on that video is awful, and it's one of the most relevant informational Operation Siren videos that I have on my channel. In fact, most of the Operation Siren videos I've had are outdated at this point because every 2 weeks they change something about Operation Siren. Operation Siren basically came in as a hot mess, and they've had to fix it every update. They've had a new change. So when I made my beginner guide, literally back in the end of 2020, and some of the stuff I have is from information in the beta server, that stuff is outdated here in mid 2021. Sometimes that video with the Operation Siren zones, there's very few things that are outdated. For example, I think they've since added some of the color changes on the shading is a little bit different, so it won't look exactly the same. They've also changed a little bit of how you get through some of the maps, but that's not really talked about in that video. That's talked about in other videos. So it's just really kind of, if you're watching it, it might look a little bit different. They've definitely allowed you to switch between zones. So before you could get your missions hidden behind zones, like behind strongholds and stuff. They've added a feature that allows you to swap between the two, which basically mitigates that risk. So I do talk about that risk in that video. That is obviously outdated. But for the most part, everything else is pretty much on point. I don't think there's anything else that's wrong in that video. And all the stuff in that video was at least right at one point. And I try to keep changes in the pinned comments if there are any really notable changes. You could have left the stronghold before. You just had to get to the map edge. Now you don't need to do it anymore. Not at the very, very beginning. Not at the very, very beginning. I think, yeah. ALM's videos about OpSci resetting scared me back in the day. Really bad back in the day. Yeah. Well, so that was ironic because I really was sitting there and I was like, there's no way they did this. There is no way. Like, okay, so we knew there was a reset. We knew there was a reset from the beta server. They've been talking about resets. We looked at it. We're like, okay, they're going to be resetting on this day. We're definitely going to be. And we're like, what happens after reset? And I made a whole video about it. And we kind of had a good idea about what was going to potentially happen. But we didn't know for sure. And anyway, so one of the things that we were doing is we were looking at the in-game rules, the in-game tutorial that the game published, that Yostar translated and put into the game. And one of it said that stars reset every 2 times, like that everything resets once, and at every other cycle, which is every 2 months, the stars reset. And I took a picture of it, translated, and I showed it to them, and I put it in the video, and I said, this is what it says. Like, this is what it says. This is straight from Yostar, the official games devs. And I was like, I think this is a typo, but this is what it says. And if that is what is going to happen, that is insane. I really didn't think it was going to happen, but I wasn't sure. I had no idea. This was still the first reset. And so we're just sitting there and we're just like, oh no. So that whole second month I was dreading. I was like, please be a translation error. Please be a translation error. Please be a translation error on Yostar's part. Please. Because I really, really hope that they didn't like make the stars reset every 2 months. Sure enough, it was a translation error and we're all safe. And that was scary. I remember that. No one knows what the zones are called, and the thumbnail and title make no sense. Yeah, I should probably optimize that a little bit better. That was, see, here's what happens. When I spend all the time on the video, I don't spend as much time on the thumbnail and the title thinking, and then the video doesn't do as well. Obscured zones. Abyssal zones, obscured zones, siren strongholds. Wow. I just got eaten alive by Takao here. Pymat is the only ship alive. You would enjoy star resets? I don't know how much I'd enjoy star resets. When I get 360 whatever stars done, and then if it resets, it's like, oh yeah, you get more rewards. But at the same time, I'm like, no, I spent the better half of a year doing that. I probably won't get them all done until the end of the year anyway. Most people probably won't. They're pretty time gated. They're pretty time gated. Pie Mac, go in for the kill. Let's go. Darth Sage, I love your videos. Thank you. I appreciate it. I try to make them good. I can't say all of them are good. There are definitely some of those early videos that have like 1,000 views. Oh, those are some of those are not very good. I don't know why I keep them up. I should go delete them. All right, we got to go do PvP. Otherwise, I'll forget. Let's go do our PvP battles. And then we can go back to grinding. No one moved. Well, that really sucks. Okay. Let's get risky. Let's get risky with the biscuit. Let's level up our let's put New Jersey in here. She's 117 and Oath. She should be like good, right? She should be fine. Keep them up. Oh, G-Man, you're welcome. Welcome here. I'll probably, so here's how I look at it. Right now, I've not taken down any of the old videos, really. I mean, I've taken down a couple that I've had fights with copyright, but for the most part, I've kept up everything. However, for example, like some of the videos are just really, really dated. Okay, like they're like pretty dated. They're not even accurate anymore. So part of me wants to take some of those videos down because they're not particularly accurate. And so it's like I don't want a new player to stumble across them necessarily. But at other times, some of them are like cool archives. So like I have some videos that have like 500 views from like when I was on my first week of YouTube. I was making server maintenance update videos, and I was a newbie and no one cared who I was. And I also didn't make that great of videos. I'm not gonna say like, oh, I made great videos in my first week of YouTube. My first week of YouTube, I didn't make that many great videos. So they're like meh quality videos about server updates that from some nobody. So they didn't get many views. But I might keep those up because those are kind of like archives about like what happened in the game. So like it just kind of gives you a feeling of what sort of hype was happening in the game a year ago or 2 years ago. A guy on my exercise list is moving live. Yeah, if you are playing hard to the reset, you will see them actively moving. During that whole competition I had on Twitch that literally started me on Twitch last week, definitely saw some people moving. I don't think I recognize any of these people at all. New opponents. Okay, I recognize these people. They might move. All right, now that that's done. Now that that's done with. All right, let's put some of these guys. Ooh, more cubes! Cubes! So I like to see. I like to see these cubes here. Oh, let's see. I guess we could do a Magi-chan and the Congo just so we can get that fleet tack and no, that's fine. We'll use those two. That'd be fine for me. I'm okay. You could just put outdated in the title. I have to figure out. I have over 100 videos I have to do that for. So, and it's a pretty low priority for me to go to all of my old videos and be like outdated. However, what I will do, and I have done this in the past, is I will go back and I will put a pinned comment with the things that have been updated. Things that are like new. And that way, if you check the comments, you'll see that like, hey, something has changed since this initially came out. So that's what I try to do. I think that's going to be what we're going to have to do for now, but we'll see. All right, so back to the grind here. Oopsies. I meant to click the back button and I accidentally clicked off. Let me make sure. Where's Kasumi? Oh, because they're not in, they're in hard mode. They're technically not considered in fleet. So they're still down here. So anything else still, sure, we'll level her up a little bit while we're sitting here. We got to get her to level 90. I don't know if we'll get that by the end of the day, but let's see. What is our, who is our secretary right now? You are. Okay. All right, then. We'll just keep grinding D3, it seems like. This fleet actually worked for the most part. Kasumi did die before the end, but it ended up going all right. Oh, come on. I thought it was a 2-mover. Well, that sucks. Oh, well. Wasted my time. But who cares? Alrighty. Always good to archive them if they have old UI in them, as new players will have no idea. Yeah, that's really it. I think a lot of the ones that have the old UI probably will survive. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I also really don't like my old mic, and also, you know, I tried out a lot of new things when I was a new creator, because my growth as a creator was actually pretty slow. There was no like overnight sensation. Even if you go look at like if you go look at the graphs of my growth, they're pretty steady. There was no like, oh boom, I blew up. There was no like super big video that like made it. I always had like the next video be a little bit bigger than before and a little bit bigger than before. And then they just kept rolling. There was no like super big viral video. And the only quote viral video I would say that I had was like that Chinese video, but that was after I was already like pretty big in the community at least. And the only reason that video is like has so many more views than all the other ones is partially because YouTube decided that they were going to push that to people who don't play Azure Lane. So that was really it. That video has a lot of views from people that never even heard of Azure Lane before. So that's the only reason why that video got big. But for the most part, every video is like just a little bit bigger than before. More than 100 videos? Yes, I've made over 100 videos on my channel. I can actually go look up how many videos I've made on my channel. Let's go look. So let's see. How many videos have Azure Lane Meta made? See, I've lost track. According to this, I've made 162 videos for 1.7 million views and 16.9 thousand subscribers. That's my YouTube. So, yeah, that's a lot of videos. A lot of grind, okay? And some of those videos have very few views. Let's just say that. Almost 17K. Yeah, definitely. Thank you for all of them. I guess I did try for all of them. Not all of them are what I'd call quality. That's why I want to kind of like unlist a few of them, because I'm like, I'm not that proud of that video. The video wasn't made very well. But I guess if you're making 160 videos in a year and a half, that's at least a video every week pretty much for full time. So we need to watch some of those scuff videos too. If you want, I think it would be really nice. I always have this dream that every video on my channel will have over 1,000 views. There are a few of my really old ones that are sitting at like 500. Okay. But so not every video on my channel has 1,000 views. And, I always kind of have that dream, and I always thought, oh, maybe we could do something fun where we have a watch party to like go bring up those old videos over 1,000. And then I went back and I watched one of them, and I was like, no, we're not. No, I don't think I want to do that. I mean, maybe I will, but there's definitely like a couple of them I'm like, this doesn't deserve 1,000 views. This video doesn't deserve 1,000 views. It was a learning experience, we'll call it that, but definitely doesn't deserve 1,000 views. I do a thigh review video. Yeah, that's not gonna be one of those videos. That's not gonna be one of my 100 and that's not gonna be one of my 160 videos I have. We'll just say that right off the bat. However, I do have my Black Friday not so serious skin tier list. That is probably one of my most disliked videos ever, where I basically just go and I rate all of the Black Friday skins based on my personal preferences, completely 100% perspective. And so many people disliked that video. They were like, how dare your opinions suck? Or they just didn't realize that it was a complete joke and they were like, thought I was being 100% serious. I don't know what it was, but it was pretty funny when I was like, oh boy, people really disliked this video. I thought it was pretty funny. But yeah, so I probably won't make too many of those joke tier lists anymore. I'm not that much of a jokester. I don't make joke. My jokes are all dry, and so like they hit to a certain small crowd, but they don't widely broadly hit to like a huge audience all the time. So we're not a jokester here. Plus, I'm not even that funny. I'm more serious most of the time anyway. Fletcher Retro win. Those fleets carried me through the early game. That is true. I feel like when I started playing, all the guides on YouTube were like, Fletcher fleet, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna build my Fletcher fleet because some dude on YouTube told me to. And then I realized, wait, this Fletcher fleet isn't very good. But then they were already leveled, so I like had them carry me already. So yeah, I was one of those Fletcher fleet babies too. That was back before way before I was a creator. That was probably a year before I started YouTube. They were like, yeah, Fletcher fleet. So I leveled up my Fletcher fleet, sat there at level 70, 0 limit break Fletchers. And then I didn't actually understand what at the time, because I was brand new. I didn't particularly understand what I was doing. So I was like, oh, well, they're not killing anything anymore because they're limit break 0 level 70. Let me just limit break them. And then it was like, well, that defeats the whole purpose of having them be oil efficient. So don't do that. But I didn't quite understand that when I first did it. But pretty soon after that, I got a Magi. And then I just started using a Magi and not caring about oil. And then I got Yukikaze. And then I just started using a Magi, Yukikaze. I got them both oathed and 120. Or actually, at the time, I think the level cap was 110. But I got them oathed in level 110. And then I just sat there and I was like, all right. We're golden. We're golden. Add that tax meta then. Oh, yeah. We're just going to make a video where it's just a clip of me talking about taxes here on Twitch. Yeah, that's basically... That was tax meta. Tax meta was a fun day. People get high and mighty about their waifus. That's true. Only 11 videos under 1,000. I guess that's not too bad considering I have 164 videos. To have 11 of them under 1,000. I know I haven't had a video under 1,000 in over a year. So every video I've made in the last 365 days is over 1,000 views. All the ones that are under 1,000 are like from the first 3 months of me making YouTube videos pretty much. So, and those first 3 months, I literally had still learning how to use video editing software. I was still on literally a $10 mic. I was on a $10 mic. I was on my really old crappy laptop, and I was learning video editing for the first time. And yeah, so enjoy. Jokes drier than the Sahara Desert. Thanks, G-Man. I appreciate your encouragement all the time. Yeah, Fletcher fleets were a thing back in the day. I was going to be one of those, haha. Luckily, I found out it's better on CN than other servers. Yeah, CN has a couple of advantages over us. They can definitely go to level 100 without max limit breaking, which is really good for the level advantage. And then so that you can have a limit break 0 and still have a level advantage at higher levels. And then also their experience needed to level up is significantly lower. So getting things to a level 100 is much faster in China. So those Fletcher fleets were designed using the Chinese the Chinese rules, the Chinese restrictions, and how the game mechanics in China work, and those are different than they are over here in the West. And so when the people in the West went over to China, said, "Oh, China, you've been playing this game for a while. What is the strategy?" They literally copied and pasted and just translated it, which is build a Fletcher fleet. Well, Fletcher fleets don't work after the mechanics got changed here in the West. So, I mean, it's not that they don't work, but they're not primarily good at what they're doing, because you need them to be level 100 in order to do all the things that the China server has had them to do. Also, pacing wise, they're a little bit ahead. They get to level up faster they get less experience to level them up, so they can level them up at earlier worlds. So it's actually much easier for the Chinese server to use a Fletcher fleet. They're much more viable. Whereas in the English, they're not that viable. Like, I wouldn't use them. I need Yostar to put a Magi in the heavy build pool. Yeah, I don't know why they're not in the heavy build pool for English right now. Honestly, they're in the heavy build pool for they're already in there for Japan. So honestly, the fact that she's not in the build pool here surprises me. I mean, I have my Amagi, so I have no stake in the game on this. I just would have thought they would have kept them as consistent between the two servers as possible, but apparently they're not going to making Amagi earlier. The Fletcher fleets, you were suggested them as well. Yeah, like I said, it was people who didn't really know the game because it was brand new. And they looked at what the best Chinese players were telling them. I mean, it's not necessarily like fault. They just said, "Hey, what is the best Chinese players doing? And let's translate it and for the English community." And I super appreciate the attempt, and translators like that bring information over really is what allows the game to do well globally, right? It gives that hype. It gives people a direction of how to play. Obviously, I'm still here, and I learned about the Fletcher fleet, and sure, that was wrong information, but who knows? Maybe I wouldn't have been here if I didn't have that information around. But the point is, I don't think it was anything like dumb. It was just they weren't aware that there were some changes that made the strategy of the Fletcher fleet no longer super relevant for English. But even though it's still, to this day, perfectly relevant and a good idea to do if you're playing on the Chinese server. Fletcher fleet is the reason why I retire Fletcher. I think I still have my Fletcher. To be fair, I will say this, though. You will need to use your Fletcher to get a Beaver squad. And you need a Beaver squad. I will tell you right now, there's no other item like a Beaver squad, and you will need it for PvP, for PvE. You need a Beaver squad, and you need to have your Fletchers leveled for that. So even if you leveled your Fletcher fleet, and then you realize, this isn't very good anymore, that's fine. Just max limit break them, get your Beaver squad, and just call it a day. It was worth it. Okay, you need the Beaver squad anyway, so just yeah. Maybe I still have Erebus and Terror. I definitely still have those ships. I think they're really well drawn. I really like the monitors in this game. Okay, I take that back. Abercrombie is kind of weird. She, especially since you see that cursed meme all the time with her main gun 1 explanations. But Terror and Erebus are really cool ships, design-wise. I actually really like them. They're obviously only used for oil efficiency, but you know, every ship has its role. Every ship has its role. Well, maybe not every ship. Some ships are just complete trash, but those ships have their role at least. I need Bremerton, man. Bremerton. Well, maybe we get a rerun. Oh, my bits have just dropped. What just happened? We just dropped some frames, but I think we're stable. I think we just got throttled or something. I just dropped like 3,000 frames in the last couple seconds there. Apologies to anyone for that lag spike was me, Cross. So if that was a lag spike, but we're back to normal. I'm in green. We're up to 4,000 bits per second and not dropping any frames. So we're back in the clear here. All right. We're gonna have a real big gamble here. So this should be free points, okay, guys? This should be free points. Free points. I'm gonna have a prediction here. You guys ready for a prediction? We did a prediction earlier with the gotcha, and not a lot of people were here. I think we had like 20 people here because it was right at the beginning and whatever. But now that we have a bunch of people here, let's do a prediction. So guys, get ready. We're gonna have a prediction. And the prediction here is Noshiru going to drop? This should be easy, right? Right? This is free points for you, right? There's no way Noshiru drops in this 3-3, right? You're going to go all in on no Noshiru drop, right? That's what the numbers tell you, right? That's what you should do. I don't know, guys. If you're going to risk it, we're going to risk it for the Noshiru drop. So we're going to start a prediction here, and it's will Noshiru drop on this on this run? Okay, this should be free points. Okay, guys, free points. There's like no way she drops, right? No way she drops. I don't think, right? This is me gifting you free points at 2-to-1 odds. So yes, she drops, or no, she doesn't drop. Okay. We're going to have a submission period for 2 minutes here. Okay, guys, 2 minutes. All of you guys, that's all you have to do. It's free points. Okay. Will Noshiru drop on this run? Pre-recorded. This part is pre-recorded. Such a scam. Yeah, exactly. Unless I'm falling. All right, guys. I'm going to, you got a minute and 50 seconds to get your submissions in. Take your free points or not. They're not guaranteed, of course. And I'm going to run ad break and I'll be back in a minute. Get those submissions in. All right, guys, and welcome back. Here we go. So here we go. We have 35 seconds left for you guys to make your predictions. I already see 30,000 channel points have been bet. Oh my, that's too funny. We have 30,000 points bet. Some people, almost 1,000 points have been bet on the good. Plasma went all in, and he senses BS. Plasma, your message says, I sense BS, and then the next message you sent, I went all in. Rez, I'm scared. Every time there's a pool, I'm all in. It's a running gag. That is true. TC does go all in on pretty much everything. Well, this should be the easiest all in ever. So, all right, we are done. Let's look at the predictions here. This is actually huge. 5% of you voted that she's going to drop on this poll. That's 10 people. 10 of you guys believe that she's going to drop on this poll. Darwin's joke bet 510 points that she'll drop. And the odds on this one are 1 to 21.82. This means that you're going to get like almost 22 times your points if she does drop in a miracle. Now, 31,600 points have been dropped amongst 28 people on that she won't drop. 5,000 points was bet by Saika, pretty much all in at this point. The return is 1 to 1.05, so not a huge return here because guess what? It's pretty likely that she's not going to drop, but we will see. You guys are just praying that I don't get really good luck. So if you guys are not sure, the chance that she drops is 0.75%, which means that less than 1 in 100 chance that she drops on this specific run. So actually the odds that you took are actually pretty good given the statistical analysis. However, I will say this, it doesn't matter what all those odds are. It is a single run. It is a single run. And we'll see if she drops. So here we go. Let's see if we get a drop here. Good luck to everyone. I will go crazy if somebody If somebody gets that 22 times their points in the yes column right now, that would be so insane. That would be so insane. But everyone else should pretty much get to times up their points and get to use some things. The music stopped, by the way, didn't it? Did the music stop? It sounds like the music stopped. That sounds very ominous. It sounds pretty ominous. Rigged. Yeah, guys, by the way, I pre-recorded this after so I know that there's a Noshiru coming, and so I just wanted to trick you out of all your points. I'm totally being sarcastic for any of you guys who don't know how to recognize sarcasm. This is not pre-recorded. This is live, but you know, I thought I'd just mess with you. Thanks everyone for your point. I will use them for other all-in. Alrighty. It's pretty funny. I don't even need the Noshiru because obviously you can see I've had Noshiru. I've used her in many videos before. She's a great ship, but we get to see no music. Literally, the whole run here, no music. 94 viewers. Let's get up to triple digits. We can do it. Oh, that was a really bad run there. Okay, that was not good. Not good. Malstrale is going to die, but Pymat should be good. Pymat should be good. We don't need those S clears. So that should be good for you guys who are on the no category. Did we get it? Did we get a Noshiru pull? Is this rigged? Did I rig it? You guys are safe. Free points. So is there any other plate worth grinding in the event? No, not really. I don't think so. I don't think there's really anything worth grinding in the event. It's Noshiru and event points. That's really it. All right, take your dang points. You thought I rigged this. She didn't drop. Congratulations, you get your free points. Spirit on the ball. Green Noshiru. 33,200 points split amongst you guys. Imagine if you got her. That would have been pretty insane if I would have just pulled her. That would have been pretty insane. I will say that. We got to be careful here because I think Kasumi's going to get pretty mad at me here. Pretty shortly, probably. Silver Dragon. Easy. I told you it was easy points. I was giving you guys really good odds, and we'll turn the music back on now that I have a moment here. But I told you that we had amazing odds for you guys, at least in terms of free money. Is Ryoho worth pulling for? I would say yes. I would argue that yes. If you do not have a Perseus, I think she's a must pull. If you do have a Perseus, then it's kind of down to how much you like to 1-1 farm. And, but I'd still pick her up. She's definitely very good. Also, you know, if you want to get your frame, she's needed for that. So I would definitely look into picking her up. I'm just, that's my opinion. Noshiru or Noshiru for you? I always roll on the unlikely outcome so that I can pog when I eventually win. I mean, that's a way to do it. I mean, I would say the people who voted yes actually got good odds for what it was, I think. Like, they would have got 22 times their points. Right? It's not too bad. 22 times your points. I got to check out the expected value on that. I'm not going to do that off the top of my head. Pulling her on a non-S clear. That would have been pretty crazy too. That would have been I mean, you guys knew what fleet I was using, and I already had run the fleet like 3 times. So you knew I wasn't going to get an S clear because this little Kasumi dies too early. So you guys knew what you're getting into. Who are we going to enhance? We're going to go enhance Kazagumo. We'll go enhance her. Because I will probably use Kazagumo in the future. Hey, we hit triple digits! We hit triple digits. Woo! Yay! Now we got to keep that average up, guys. We started at 50 for the first, like, hour of the stream. Twitch is really weird about that. And maybe it's just the notification system. And I think it would actually probably be something that would behoove them. But like the first 30 minutes of a stream are always really quiet. Like, just like, you know, I might ping people and some people show up, but like there always seems to be real quiet. And then like an hour and a half into the stream, everyone starts showing up. And Twitch only cares about average viewership, average concurrent viewers. So they take an average every 5 minutes, and then every 5 minutes that you're streaming, they check for the average. Okay. It behooves them like they want more content, right? The more content means more ads. The more ads, or the more subscriptions, or the more bits. And Twitch takes 50% of all that in the affiliate program. I think they take 70% or they take 30% when you're a partner, but when you're an affiliate, they take 50% of that. So they want you to be here longer. And I feel like if you make your algorithm not notify people or show the person who's been streaming for the first 30 minutes ever, you would behoove them to stream longer, because then the longer they stream, like I'm sitting here at 100 viewers. If I keep you guys all here for the next 2 hours, then my average would be much better than if I keep you guys here for an hour. And then if I keep you here for 3 hours, that'd be better. So I would not be surprised if the algorithm in Twitch is built specifically to punish streamers streaming under an hour and to benefit streamers that have been streaming longer, to keep those averages up. I don't know. That is my conspiracy theory about Twitch. The incentive is there. It's very easy for them to program something like that. Just don't push people who are streaming for less than an hour. Delay the notification by 15 minutes from when you start. You can do things like that very easily. That's my conspiracy. It does take people time to see the notifications. So there is also the chance that it's just, I know that Twitch notifies everybody, and you know, you're not on your computer all day checking Twitch all day. I don't expect you to be doing that. So maybe it notifies you, but you don't see it for 20 minutes, and then you show up 20 minutes later, or you're doing something or whatever. I mean, that's also part of it. That's also part of it. But I've also noticed that it does happen even when I have scheduled stuff. Okay. So on YouTube, when you have scheduled stuff, you have a landing page, and I can schedule stuff like 3 days in advance. Okay, so you guys all know exactly when I'm going live. I'm usually not late. Sometimes I'll be 5 minutes late or so, but I'm usually not late. So I start exactly on the minute that I say I'm going to start, days in advance. So you guys know you show up and whatnot. But even on Twitch, when I give you guys a schedule, sometimes it doesn't get pushed. I don't know. That's my conspiracy theory. I have no proof. It just would make sense if they did that, and it would be very easy for them to do. I will never be able to prove that they could or could not do that, or that they did not do that, unless they come out and blatantly say they do that. But it's not like I could prove that. Even the best I could do is get a high confidence interval on a statistical correlation over thousands of streams. And even then, it could just be, you know, you'll never prove it. You just show that it's likely that they do that, and whatnot. So anyway, I don't know why I brought that up. I just thought it was interesting since I'm caring about average concurrence, mostly because of the partnership. I don't really care about the numbers too much, but I am right on the border of the partnership. I am over the border for how many I need for the partnership, but like a bad stream, not a bad stream. I won't say a bad stream, but a low viewed stream will potentially put me back under. So I do have to be careful about that. All right, Paimon, I took a lot more damage than I usually do here. Got to be a little bit more careful here. Quick question. Is the gold gun worth farming for? You mean the one from D3? Not really. No. No, it's probably not. You can get it out of other areas. It's also a beginner only gun anyway. So I would not particularly go hard for it. If it drops, great, but I wouldn't. The Eugen gun from D3, no. My phone, if I look at it for notifications every minute, it's in sleep mode, then once every hour. It also drops from the gold Sakura tech boxes. Yeah, that gold gun is not very good. This is why no one's like super farming this event super hard if you already have no Shiro. And even if you don't have no Shiro, you can get her from the shop. This event is like a really low key event. There's nothing that you need to grind really hard for. Get your DR prints, get your PR prints, and get out. Really, that's it. That's the deal. That is actually the reason why I didn't go for like 8 hours yesterday and make sure I get to SP mode, because I didn't actually care. There's nothing to grind, and the points system, I don't need that money. So I got the D2. I took it casual, and that's why I didn't have D3 finished today. That means I lost out on an SP mode. So, but I'm not even concerned. I'm not concerned because it's not really worth it. It's not that important. So we got our extra mode and we got our SP mode here. Can we do our extra mode? Oh my gosh, they actually let us do this. All right, so isn't it worth getting the 50K? Yeah, it's probably worth getting the 50K. Yeah. Cute sneezes. I don't know if that's cute. I'm not sure that I would call that cute. Yeah, if you get to 50,000 points, then you get that second DR print. So, like I said, 50,000 points for the event. That's your target. Once you get there, there's literally nothing else to get from this event, okay? 50,000 points will buy you everything out of the shop you need. It'll get you all the DR points from the cumulative points. Just buy your 50, get your 50,000 points and get out. Save your oil, because PR is coming on July 8th. You're going to need your oil for that. So, save your oil for that. Get your 50,000 points and get out. That's it. Can we see the rankings? Sure. All right, so the people who did their EX modes yesterday, there were 15 of them that finished it. Only 15, and they all had pretty good scores. This, again, is a rerun, so the EX mode's a little bit easier than some of the new ones. We're going to do our SP mode first, and then we might go and do our... And then we might go and do a EX mode run. Would you guys like me to do an EX mode? We'll do a poll. We'll see if the API is working again. Poll new. Poll new, would, if I could spell, would you like to see me do an EX mode, question mark? Yes. No. All right, there we go. The straw poll API is actually working again. So we'll copy that in and move over here for this poll results, and that is the poll right now. Not a single person voting no yet, so go from there. 7 votes for yes, 0 votes for no. Okay, it's still perfect. Not a single no yet. What was I doing? Oh, I was actually going to enhance Kasumi here. Which I don't know why. Oh, because I'm going to be going into... I don't think I'm going to run Kasumi in the SP mode. I think that will be a little bit too hard for her at the moment. Maybe. We'll see. Oh, my labs are done. All right. So, I think it's safe to say that you guys want to see me do an EX mode. So we're going to try and do that. Okay? We're going to try and do that today. That's going to be the goal. I think it's pretty safe to say that. No need to say no for ALM. Oh, by the way, can you not use Twitch polls? Are there some requirement for that? Oh, I probably can use Twitch polls. I wasn't affiliated for like the first 2 weeks. So I was like set up to be using that, and then I just realized I probably have access to Twitch polls now. So I have to look that up. How do I do this? Twitch polls. Can I add a Twitch poll? Manage a poll. Manage a poll. Oh, yeah, cool. It allows me to do Twitch. This is a test poll. A, B, C, D. There are only 5 options. Allow additional votes. You can buy extra votes, and we'll just do that. All right, let's try this poll. This is a test poll. Cool. View results. Do these show up on screen? Oh, they do have a browser source. Okay, this is cool. All right, I will definitely probably be using this in the future. The only downside I think here is the only downside that I think we have here is that there's only 5 options, while straw poll I think allows you to have 30 options. So I still might use the other options if for some reason there's if there's some reason that there are only 5 options, 17 people you voted. All right, we'll start using these polls, I think, in the future. This is pretty cool. I probably will go and do a browser source and add this into OBS soon when I update my stream background next, because I have some changes. I got to fix that chat again, and then we'll probably add in the polls just in case and stuff like that. That's cool. That's cool. I definitely did not have that before, so that's why we're using straw poll. But thank you for reminding me. I appreciate it. ALM is like, you choose your past storybooks. Is it worth buying Nushira's L2U skin? It is one of my personal favorites skins of all time in the whole game, honestly. I think it's one of the better rigged L2Ds. I think it's very wholesome skin. I really like it, so I recommend it. But if you're free to play, I don't recommend any free to play player buying skins. I think you should expect your free to play gems to go to your quality of life adjustments, and I think you should buy all of your skins with real money. And if you are not free to play, or if you are free to play and you don't have the money to spend on the game right now, I would, I don't know, I would probably not spend to pick up a skin. The only reason I would say not to do that is if you expect to have the money to spend. If you expect to have the money to spend in like the next 6 months, Noshiro's skin won't be available, so you could maybe use your free gems now and then use the money that you get in 6 months to buy the quality of life enhancement stuff. That's up to you if you think. But if you think that you're going to be a perma free to play, you should not buy skins in this game. You're just going to have to look and not touch. The poll is over, and there are only 5 options, one with 83% of the votes. Thank you, everyone, for voting on my first poll ever on this Twitch channel. ALM, you may need to change your channel points reward prices. For only $3.50, we can shut down the chat and turn on only sub chat. Wait, what? Free to play here, looking for the best elude skin. The War Sprite animation looks so flipping cool. It does look pretty cool. That's why I'm showing it. Cross, you can turn it on to sub only chat? Really? Is that how the rewards work? I'm not exactly sure how the points redeem. I know you guys can highlight messages. That's what I know. Can you really shut it down to sub only? Because that would be pretty nuts. And also seems like something I don't think Twitch would want. But if for... Put the sword aside, please. You degens. Alright, we're going back to grinding. I meant to click this. SP mode. Let's get our SP mode done. All right, what fleet do we want? It's in my rewards. All right, well, let's do a test. Cross. Can you redeem your points, or anyone redeem your points to make it a, quote, sub only? Make it a, quote, sub only. Does anyone want to test for me that? 350 is not a lot of points, right? I don't know. I saw literally gave away 32,000 points to everyone who voted in that last prediction poll. But maybe someone can turn it into a sub-only chat. I don't know. We have subs here, right? That can talk and confirm, even if it works. Do we have any subs here? What is this? Turbo. What is turbo? I see Conste. You have turbo on. What does this turbo mean? Anywho. TC, I can confirm that you gave money. The redeem is to send a message while sub only is enabled. Oh, okay. That makes sense. All right, that's fine. So that would mean that if I enable sub only chat and you're not a subscriber, you can use your channel points to message anyway. Okay, that makes a lot more sense, and that's fine. I have no problem with that. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to do sub only chat anyway. I probably won't do a sub only chat. So I'm not too worried about that at all, if that's the case of how it really works. Turbo is the old Prime, as in a pre-Amazon thing. Oh. So Turbo is like if you are OG, if you're OG Twitch. That's cool. OG Twitch. All right, let's see. Let's still grind with. We're gonna do a 3-3 fleet because this is obviously gonna be a little bit difficult. Who's gonna be the last one we're gonna use? We are going to use. I guess we could use Arc Royal. She needs to be leveled. Independence will boost her. In our second fleet, we're gonna do we could do Shinano. That's fine. Perseus. And Tosa. That will give us the cross fleet buffs that we need. So that will be nice. And then for the Vanguard, how are we going to do the Vanguard here? Emote only chat is the best. All right, let's see. For our Vanguard, we do need to actually have somebody decently strong in here. So we're going to use Pymat. Then we're going to use Potter, I guess. She kind of got outclassed this event, but whatever. We'll get her to 120 and get that fleet tech. And then I guess we can use Malstrale here, because I think Malstrale might be just enough to survive here. In the backup fleet, we're going to use some good boys over here. Let's see. We're going to use, is everyone's pretty much done affinity-wise. Mains is actually pretty strong. We can use a mains. And then in the middle, we can use, I don't know. I don't want to use Malstra. I don't want to use Kasumi because I want to use her to equip, or to enhance, sorry, mid-battle. Rune is a little bit too weak, so we're not going to use anyone down there. Is there anyone else that we can actually level that we care about? Birmingham, I guess we could level, or Isuzu. We'll level Isuzu here, and then for the back end. All right, chat. We'll let you vote. Anyone in any you can write anything you want. Any level 20. The deal is it has to be level 20. So, actually, you know what? It has to be level 118 or higher. Okay, so it can be Tashkent, Prince Eugen. These are already being used. So Tashkent, Prince Eugen, or any of these 120 ships. Anyone you want in chat. We'll let chat pick the last one because I don't really have a care. Your Rune Mew looks so neglected. Cross. That's because she is. Honestly, you are so lucky that I didn't retire her. Okay, the reason I didn't retire her is because I was like, oh, she's actually better than Rune. Maybe I'll need her. But if she wasn't, she'd be in the dumpster bin, okay? You are so lucky that she's been kept, and now I've got to level her because of you. Alrighty. I see Belfast, Zara, Belfast, Juno, Heinrich. So right now I got 2 Belfast votes, so that is the leader. So if anyone wants somebody other than Belfast, they better speak now. Another Heinrich. Ooh, that ties it back up. 2 Heinrichs, 2 Belfasts. 3 Heinrichs. Another Heinrich. All right, so I've seen mostly Heinrichs here. I've seen 2 Polas. All right, so I think Pola, Heinrich, and Belfast are the three that had multiple nominations. Okay, so we're gonna do a poll between those three. Okay, which ship should I use? Question mark. Number 1 is going to be Heinrich. We'll do Prince Heinrich. Number 2 is going to be Pola. And number 3 is Belfast. Those were the 3 ships that got multiple nominations, okay? Now we're going to have a vote for everybody so that anyone who wanted to vote. We're only going to make it a 1-minute vote, so it's going to be short. We're going to start it right now, and we'll see that. Heinrich won in the new number of nominations, but now that we've kicked out all the people who had like a single ship, maybe they'll all vote for Pola or something, and maybe Heinrich won't win. So let's see what the results are for this. So far, we have Heinrich at 83%, Pola at 11%, Belfast at 5%. Okay, we got a bunch of new votes coming in here. But pretty much Heinrich right now is still keeping up at about 71%. So I think it's gonna end up being Heinrich here. We got a couple more, a little bit more time, just barely, before the poll ends. But I think unless there's some stampede from Pola here, who's in second place, I think it's going to be Heinrich, which makes sense. She won in the nominations, but this just confirms it for everybody, so we don't have, people who run the loudest. We have a winner. Prince Heinrich has won, and Cross contributed 200 channel points for a second vote. Thank you. We had 22 votes and 21 voters. Cross voted twice because they used their channel points to vote twice. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And here we go. We are going to use Heinrich then. And I think Heinrich might already be equipped. I should probably check that. I think if I hold, this just works. Okay, she's basically equipped. She's more or less equipped. I mean, she could use some torps, but she's basically equipped. Now she's equipped. Let's see. She's equipped, and she's equipped. Oh, nice. Everyone's equipped. Shinano's equipped. Perseus is equipped. Kind of equipped. Okay, they're all equipped. I mean, not well. They're not equipped well. Let's see here. These guys should all be equipped too. Very much equipped. Very much. Definitely not equipped. All right, let's change this. Oh, we got a free German bomber here. Let's go. Take that. We'll take that. And then I guess we can use the swordfish. That's fine. And then what is this? This is dive bomber. We can use the armor break one. This is fine. Not a problem. Arc is equipped. No, definitely not. Oh, cool. We got 2 of these little goldies. These gold boys. That's perfectly fine. And we're not gonna plus this. We don't care too much about that. Does it matter? No, I think it's 3-3. I think these are both 3s, so I don't think it matters which slot she's in. Their efficiencies are identical as well. So we're gonna leave it like that. All right, let's get into it. We need some commanders here. Honestly, I'm just gonna use it for leveling the cats. So we're gonna use you as the commander, I think. I don't remember actually which cat I want. Which cat is it? Is it this one or this one that's better? This one has firepower. Yeah, it's this one that's better. We got to level this cat to a different level. They're both at level 19, so I always struggle to see. And the other ones are both at level 17. I really need to get this one up to 18 and this one up to 20. That way I'm not confusing them with these dang cats. Literally the same cat, same level. It's annoying. We'll just put these in here just in case, I guess, because we're going to use this for the remainder of the event. Well, Bishnu, and actually her skill is a staff cat. I should probably not be bad. And I guess we can use Pound or Lime. We'll use Pound, and then we'll use the Bishnu for the second one. This is just a level cats, okay? This is not like optimized. Don't worry. I know they're not that good. I'm not going to use my subs, so I don't know why I'm doing this, but sure. Which is the one I want to use? I probably actually want to level... Maybe this one? No, not this one. Where's the other one that's decent? This one's decent. Oh, it's this one. This one's the good one. This is the one I need to use for the USS fleet, so we're going to level that one. And then Staffy Cat is going to be this one. All right, cats are done. Here we go. How long does it take the level of skill on a meta ship on average? If you're like me and you don't use your meta ship in OpSci, it will take a long time. If you do use your meta ship in OpSci, it will be a lot faster. So if you want to level the skills on your meta ships really quickly, make sure to put them in OpSci. So many gold gears. Well, that's the point. Would you ever do gear guides for specific ships on YouTube channel? I can't figure out which gun to use for Champagne. No. The answer is no. That's Hawk does that, Nick does that, Ander does that, and those are really beginner guides, right? I want to give you guys an algorithm to figure out how to equip any ship that's new that comes out. So I'm not going to do ever a specific video on like one ship on how to equip it, I don't think. But what I will do is I will do Build-A-Fleet videos. And in those Build-A-Fleet videos, I spend the first half of the Build-A-Fleet video, usually like 8 to 10 minutes of me just blabbering, okay? And I will go through the reasons I chose the specific equipments for that build. They might be niche. I might pick a particular equipment for a specific reason for that fleet only, for that synergy. But I will make an equipment guide, a general equipment guide. I will do that. And I am going to continue to do Build-A-Fleet videos, which will tell you which equipments for specific ships. But I'm not going to be like, oh, this is how you should equip Acula. But I will be like, here is my Italian fleet. Acula's in it, and this is what I equipped on her that I think is best in slot for this equipment. I will also have an equipment guide that says this is what you should do for the average carrier. And then it's on you to take the equipment guide and the Build-A-Fleet guide and make what's best for you and what you're doing. Okay. Build-A-Fleet videos would actually be super helpful for OpSci. I mean, most of my streams are kind of like Build-A-Fleet videos for OpSci. OpSci is what I stream the most right now because it's what I grind the most. And, you know, if you have any questions about the fleets I'm using in OpSci, go ahead and ask me. I guess I could optimize them more. But I do have a guide that's called, like, Building Fleets for Operation Siren that talks about what you should build. I know a lot of people were like, wait a second, those are too hard of ships to get. Like, I'm a newbie. Like, these fleets are too good. I was like, okay, well, this is your target, okay? If you don't have those ships, then find an alternative. Or aim to get them in the future. I don't know. I think ALM did one. It shows 4 fleets, I think, and what gear he showed. Yeah. That I did do an OpSci like general, and I said that you should have 1 mob fleet and 3 boss fleets, 1 torpedo boss fleet, 1 aviation boss fleet, and 1 shelling boss fleet. And then I talked a little bit about what makes a good boss fleet for those particular 3 boss fleets, and then what makes a good mob fleet. And then I just showed some good ships that are in general, like, good for those roles, okay? I didn't particularly build a fleet specifically, but I did tell you that you should have a mob fleet and one of each of those 3 boss fleets for your for Operation Siren. And then I talked about, like, some good options for those. How you equip is very dependent on what you're fighting and what the timing of your other ships are, too. That is very correct. And this is why, partially, I will never do a single ship equipment video. Because I believe, even though it might be best in slot in general, as soon as you get in the nitty-gritty, it changes. You might use Jean Bart's gun on Jean Bart, right? That might be the best in slot on average. But let's say you're going against, like, a heavy armor opponent, and you're a single target heavy armor opponent. Do you still want to use Jean Bart's gun, or do you want to use a 457? You probably want to use the 457. You might give up on some of the skills that Jean Bart has, but it might still be worth it. So the point is, even something that's best in slot in general changes depending on what you're playing against. Or, for example, let's say that you're using Formidable, and usually you want to use one Albacore and then one Wyvern, or you want to use one Albacore or one Ryusei. That's dependent on, that's going to be dependent on what your target is, whether or not it's moving or whether or not it's embossing or mobbing or whatever. And then on top of that, it's probably you want to use the Ryusei. You could also potentially want to use the German torpedo converging bomber, because depending on how much your enemy moves, it all depends, right? But let's say you're fighting it and you're trying to get her timed up with someone else. Maybe you drop the Albacore. Maybe you don't use the Albacore on your second slot because you need something faster to get her to time up. So it all depends. Yeah, I think that it really sums it up. It really depends on what you're using in the fleet with the ship that you're using, as well as what your enemy is using. That really helps you make the equipment. And that's why, like, one general equipment guide is not going to be best for everything. The best that we can do is give you a guide of an algorithm to try and decide what you're going to do against a specific enemy and with specific ships. I'm pretty sure I used your guide for OpSci, as I had no idea what I was doing. It was really helpful. It was really bloody helpful. Well, I'm glad that it helped at least a little bit. OpSci becomes 10 times easier with a good mob fleet. Yes, that is true. I think I say that in the video. I say, even though all these boss fleets are important, your life is made easy or made hard by how good your mob fleet is in OpSci. If your mob fleet in OpSci is good, your life will be mostly easy. If your mob fleet is bad, but your boss fleets are killer, you're still going to hate Operation Siren. You have to have a good mob fleet to make Operation Siren nice and easy for you. Otherwise, it just becomes absolutely a pain in the ass. So if Anders guides are for newbies, are they bad? I wouldn't say they're bad, okay? Ander generally finds the information that's relevant and enough for newbies, that's relevant enough and easy enough to digest, and he provides it, okay? When you do that, though, when you make guides that are easy to digest, that are very simple, you are getting people to understand it and get into the game, which is fantastic. But you're doing it at a cost, and the cost of that is nuance. You don't have the nuance, and you don't have the details. And when you don't have those, there are certain instances when it's inaccurate, right? You know, like I said, if you say that you should always run an Albacore on Formidable, that's probably fine. That's not wrong, but it is kind of wrong. There are situations where you don't want to do that. And the point is, he's not trying to mislead, or I don't think he has any sort of like bad, he's not making bad guides. He's just trying to keep it simple for people, because there are a lot of people that come into the game, and this specifically with my channel, they come to my channel and they're like, you overwhelm me. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I'm not playing this game. It's too complicated. And that's just, when you, or even like, I use a lot of terms that are pretty common within the community, but if you're brand new to the community, you won't know what a Belfast gun is. You won't know what a barrage gun is, right? You won't know terms that if you've played Azure Lane for 6 months, you probably know them all. But if you are brand new, you don't. So Ander is very important to helping newbies understand the lingo and just get into the game. And if he doesn't go into depth on everything, that's fine, because then eventually when they do want to find the in-depth stuff, they'll come over here. And so we work symbiotically here. I'm trying to follow that, but for most of the ships, I don't have yet. But finding alternatives is a fun way to getting used to fleet building and finding synergies while having general guidelines. So thank you very much for the videos, Meta. Yeah, perfect example. Like, you might not have every ship, and if you don't know alternatives, I personally think it's fun to go on the Wikipedia and find alternatives, okay? But maybe that's not fun for you. I'm weird, so, things that I find fun, everyone else might not find fun. But I find that fun. The thing is, if you don't find that fun, you can always go in the Discord server and say, hey, I need a healer. Okay, but I don't have Perseus. What are my options? And I will tell you right now, if you do that in the meta help section on my Discord server, somebody will answer you and they'll be like, Ryoho, Unicorn, Shoho, pick one. Do you have any of those? Which one's easy to get? Oh, you don't have any of them? Go get Unicorn. Unicorn's really easy to get. Here's where you get her. Things like that. Very easy if that's the question. So yeah, finding alternatives might force you to ask another person, might ask for help, but it should be pretty easy for you. I'm sure there are videos out there that say, oh, here are the best here's all the best healers or something like that. Barrage gun equal multiple pairs still got that go kaboom, boom, boom, boom. Had some beers, time to sleep. Good night, Eggers. Take care. Thanks for tuning in. I've been playing for 2 years, and I still don't know what most of the guns do. That's fine. I mean, to be fair, if you are just playing here for a collection simulator and you're now just getting into the meta components, maybe you don't know all the terms yet, but that's still fine. So if I wanted a good Torp fleet, that would be something like Noshiro, Ainami, Ibuki. That would be something good, yes. You could swap out the Ainami, particularly for a Kasumi retrofit. That way, you get the same amount of Torp damage from Ainami, more or less. Ainami does a little bit more, but similar. And you get to buff Nosiru and Ibuki. So I would switch out Ainami for a retrofitted Kasumi in that particular build. You could also switch out the Ibuki for a Jinsu. That way, the Ainami gets double boosted there. So there are a lot of options there. But generally, you have it down. Noshiro is a nice torpedo buffer. Ibuki has good torpedo damage with the double preloaded. And then you have Ainami that has good single torpedo damage with her being able to boost her own torpedoes. I remember even watching guides that explain just the menus because there's so much stuff now. That is true. I forget that I know how to navigate Azure Lane's menus so quickly. So I'll navigate through everything because I've been playing this for 2 years. But if you're new, you don't know where things are. You might need to look. I mean, when you play a new game, right? If I said, all right, how do I get to exercises, right? In my beginner guide for exercises, I'm like, go to battle, then go to exercises. This is your exercises. This is how you click on the battle. This is how you and a lot of the veteran players are like, that is slow, boring, and unuseful. But if you're a new player, I guarantee you there's a new player in there that's typing in the YouTube search bar like how to fight exercises, and they just want when you're a new player, when you're a veteran player, you forget a lot of the things that you didn't know when you're a new player, and I need to get better about that. I think I can do that. I think I can do better. Okay, so that's something I need to keep cognizant of. All right, we got our cubes. We got our cubes from the SP vote. All right, folks. We're going to do one run of EX mode, and then I think that's going to be it for me. So we got one EX mode run to do, and then I think that's going to be it for me for today. Let's do our self-training here. Let's see. I guess we don't need Archer Fish or Arc Royals. So what do we need to put in here? We definitely want to put in... because we're not going to be doing any more grinding today. We're just going to do the EX mode and then eat on out of here. Because I do have to get running. That's why I started an hour early today. It's because I am going to have to end a little bit earlier than usual. But we are going to do an EX mode because you guys voted for it. Hopefully I don't totally scuff it and have to go before I complete it. I've done this one before, so I'm not too worried. But, you know, can always scuff it. You know what? We'll do Rune. Where's my Rune Mew? I need to level her up, actually. Where is she? Rune Mew, where are you? There's the two other Mews. Mew. She's not over 70, I know. I know she's not over level 70. Because she's at she's at limit break 3. Oh, that's because she's at the top. Because she's in a fleet. And she, of course. Okay. I love this. I love this so much. You know what? We're not going to level her. We're just going to go with this for now. All right, we'll do that. Done grinding oil for the day. So that's going to be that. Rumuse is so good. Probably my favorite frontliner at the moment. She's not bad. She's got good damage. She's got a good shield. She's got a good slow. So she's all around pretty decent. Would you recommend using Sovietskaya Belarusia for a mob battleship in Operation Siren? She's really the only mob recommended battleship I have. Yeah, she's fine. She is like she's like a budget monarch. So if you don't have a monarch, go ahead and use her. She also has her patterns work better in Opsai. Of course, Monarch has Siren Killer, so I would use Monarch if you had her. But if you don't have Monarch and you have a level Belarusia, go right ahead. She's perfectly fine. She will get you all the way through Operation Siren if she's leveled and equipped and has friendly units in her fleet with her. I remember when I run on advanced PvP guides when I was starting the game, plus the fact that even if I talked English, it's not my mother tongue. So I was like, what the hell is he talking about? Yeah, that is true. I only have 1/3 of my audience lives in the United States. And I would say about half of my audience lives in a country whose primary language is English. A lot of my audience is from Malaysia, Indonesia, and the Philippines. We also have a good chunk of you guys from Germany, as well as Poland. Those are... and some from Russia as well. So Russia, Poland, Germany, Singapore, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, and the Philippines. All of them, I mean, they all kind of know English, but it's certainly not their mother tongue. So sometimes that even can be a barrier. Argentina here. Welcome for Argentina. I've never actually been to Argentina. I kind of want to go there because I really like Brazilian steakhouses and things like that. I really wanted to try some Argentina beef, but I have not been able to go there. Anywho, we were doing EX mode. That's what we're doing. EX mode, and then we can call it a day. And then we'll be, I'm going to be gone this weekend, so no streams for this weekend, but I'll be streaming again next week. Argentina is nothing like Brazil. Yes, I know they're not the same, but I am a huge fan of Brazilian steakhouses, and I know that Argentina is a really popular and really famous for their good beef. So that's where I'm coming from. Now, I'm not trying to say that Argentina is like Brazil. I'm saying I really like Brazilian steakhouses from like São Paulo in southern Brazil, close to the Argentina border, and I know that Argentina is famous for their beef. That's what I'm trying to say. Knock knock, Germany here. Hey, Cross. And then there's me, Baguette Guy. I do have some French people here as well. They didn't like my French video where I was like, here's my French fleet. It's 60%. It's 66% Japanese, but it's a French fleet. Oh, that was too funny. All right. So we have to use 2 battleships here. What 2 battleships do we want to use? I don't actually remember this one. You know what? I'm going to show one of my old videos. One of my old videos here. Swirling meta. One of my old videos. We're gonna self-promote here. And it's gonna be Swirling Cherry Blossoms. Swirling Cherry Blossoms EX mode. And oh, look at that. Actually, it's literally the first video. It's literally the first video that comes up. So when I search the search bar, if I search Swirling Cherry Blossoms EX mode, the first one I come up with a year ago, this one is literally, I'm pretty sure my first EX mode clear ever. I recorded it. I was so proud of myself. It's probably terrible, but it also has less than 1,000 views. This is one of the 11 videos that has less than 1,000 views, mostly because no one gave a shit that I cleared EX mode back then. So anyway, I'm actually going to watch it because I have no idea what the pattern is. So maybe we can actually look at the pattern here. I have ad blocker on yet. Okay, I have ad blocker on. So YouTube, don't get mad at me. I have ad blocker on, so I'm not earning any revenue from my own channel because ad blocker's on. You can't see anything. Okay. Oh, I muted it. Good. Okay, that's good. All right. Oh, there we go. That's okay. Look at that. Look at that old intro. This was my old intro. That's so funny. I like my new intro so much better. But when I made this first intro, I spent a good 3 days editing this intro, which shouldn't take too long. But I really felt really proud about the little waves and God, this intro is meh. Alrighty. Let's see. Okay, there's me. This is all right. Let's actually get to the fight. I want to see the fight. What did I actually use the first time? So the first time I cleared this, I used Noshiru, Amagi, Warspite, Juno, Zara, and St. Louis. This is a pretty good fleet. What do you guys think in chat? Do you think I should use the exact same fleet? Should I use the same fleet? Well, ALM, watching ALM in an ALM stream. ALM caption. All The old intro with the Amagi ear rape at the end. Yeah, exactly. So you guys think your new intro is just the PR3 release video? That is true. That is what it is. But it's more cohesive. Also, there is a French rock band that plays the music in the background of my intro, and I really like that French rock band. So, Space rated with 127 people. Wow, Space, are you here in chat? Thank you for the raid. Space, you are the second person to ever raid my channel. I super appreciate it. I know a lot of you guys probably know speak Spanish. I know very little Spanish. Hola. so I hope you guys at least can understand a little bit of English here. Space, thank you so much for the raid. Hi, mate. How was your stream? How is everyone doing? How you guys? Oh, wow. So you guys caught us at a really interesting time. 200 people ad time. No, we're nice to nude people. We're not going to force them to watch ads. So we are in an AL stream watching an AL video that I made over a year ago. This was my first EX clear, okay? The first time I ever made an EX clear on this channel was in the Swirling Cherry Blossoms original event. I was so proud of myself. I made this video. It has 600 views. It is a terrible video. It's actually not that bad. This video wasn't that bad, but it's still low production value. So actually we were watching it again to actually go through it just to see what it was. And I was asking chat, and you guys can actually get in on this. I was asking chat if I should try and make the clear for this EX mode on the rerun with the exact same fleet from the old one, which is you can see on the screen, but it's Nagato, Amagi, Warspite, Juno, Zara, and St. Louis. Not necessarily the most optimal fleet right now. Space, you can tell me how bad this fleet is, but this is the first time this was me just trying to get any level 120s and put them together and try not to die in the EX mode. So anyway, that was the whole point. And I super appreciate you raiding us over here, Space. I was actually going to raid you today because I was probably going to end in like the next 15 to 20 minutes. And I was like, oh, Space is online. I can raid him. Because okay, Space. I was going to raid you last time. And I was talking in chat. I was like, okay, guys, we're going to raid Space. He might be talking in Spanish. Don't get like too scared. Like he can speak English. Like, you know, we're going to raid him. We're going to have some fun. And I took like probably 3 minutes. It was probably like 3 minutes to explain what we were doing with the raid. And then I went to go look and you had stopped streaming. It was like perfect. It was really funny. I can understand that at the start. All of us have it. Anyway, let's go build a fleet. All right, shall we? We're going to have better equips too. But Lord Ivan, thank you for the bits. I appreciate the donation. All right, let's go build a fleet, huh? I'm really scared this might not work. All right, so what fleet would we say we had? We had Nagato in the center. I haven't used my Nagato in forever. That's fine. It's fine. We had Amagi. I haven't used my Amagi in forever either. And then we had, was it Warspite? Was I using no carriers? Did I use a triple battleship? I had no clears. I had no, you know what? No wonder why I was having no wonder I was having so much trouble making this clear. I literally had no carriers in this fleet. Carriers clear the bullets off of the screen, so you should use them. And then we had Juno. Yeah, like a pro. I was definitely using Juno to just die to make everything live. Totally. What else were we using? We were using Zara in the middle. Okay, that was interesting. Interesting choice, ALM. Interesting choice, meta. And then we were using St. Louis. Okay. This is fine. St. Louis is all right. She also is not that... She's definitely not better than Rune, and she's definitely not better than Heinrich, and she's definitely not better than a couple other ships. Azuma. But I didn't have Azuma, Rune, or Heinrich at this time. I don't even know if Azuma was out. Yeah, Azuma was just out, but I don't think anyone had her. I'm not sure. The point is, St. Louis was the only ship I had at level 120 that had over 5,000 HP pool at the time. So that's what we were using her. Okay, cool. Meow officers. Well, we have battleships, so we're definitely going to be using battleship cats. That's pretty easy. That makes this pretty easy. Which is the one we want? We want to use this one. And the second one we're going to use is going to be, obviously, Oscar. There we go. So that should be pretty easy. The cats weren't hard. You are a man of culture. A rune cult likes you. Yeah, Cross is definitely a rune cultist. They bought rings for both Rune and Rune Muse. So I will be having a Rune and Rune Muse O stream very shortly. The only reason I'm not having it right now is because I don't have Rune Muse up to level or 100 affinity. But once I do, we will 100% be having a double Rune O stream, probably on YouTube. So power creep. Yeah, they're definitely power creep. All right, we got to actually equip these. Let's look at these equipments. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. All right, well, the good thing is, Warspite is all fully equipped, so I don't have to touch Warspite. She's done. That's good news. These guys need a little bit of help, though. All right, let's see. What can we build here? We're definitely going to put on... you know what? Amagi has the early strike, so we're going to put this on Amagi. We're going to put this on Amagi. Okay, that's fine. And then we're going to put the plus 13 one on Nagato here. Where is it? I have it somewhere. There it is. Sorry, New Jersey. We're going to take that off. We don't really care. You know what? I don't care about high score. We're just gonna. We do want to put a hit stat one on her though, so we'll put a hit stat on that one. We also probably should put more of these. We should put better equipment on here. We don't have any plus 13s, but we do have a plus 10. We can take off this New Jersey. Sorry, New Jersey. We're taking all your gear. We're taking all of New Jersey's gear and putting them back on Nagato. It's so weird to me that Nagato wasn't equipped because I've had Nagato equipped for so much of my my Azure Lane, I don't know, career. But yeah, all right. So Nagato's basically done. Let's see if Amagi. We can put a secondary gun on her. I don't really care. It's gonna lower our score a little bit, but that's fine. We'll take it off Veneto because we need to re-equip a Veneto anyway, so that's fine. And then what are we going to use? Probably just black shell, white shell as well. Yeah, we'll take them off Veneto as well. Black shell, white shell off Veneto. We're going to literally not have anything. Okay, yeah. We're going to literally not have any carriers to clear out bullets, so that's really great. He likes having no things on her. Your Amagi has no gear. You stole it. You stole your waifu's gear. That is true. I did steal it. Do I have enough prints for a second one? I don't. I'm pretty short. Okay, that's fine. We can't enhance it. All right, so we're done with the back line. This looks good enough. I could probably slave over making something better, but that's good enough. Let's go on to St. Louis, who literally has nothing. Literally nothing. Nothing on Zara, really? Juno has some stuff. Ooh, I just realized Juno actually has the, we actually have the Manju item. That's actually pretty cool. Okay, so Zara is probably... We're going to put this from Zara. We'll put this on her. And then... I don't actually know who's going to die first. Zara or St. Louis. I guess it doesn't really matter. Do we want them to be speedy? We can try it without speed at the first roll here. We'll definitely need the gamer's mark, though. And who else for you? We're probably going to want to use the Celestial. There we go. All right, we don't need to put main guns on them. That's fine. Juno can keep her stuff because I don't want to unequip her. We're going for the old memes here. We'll see if we can get it done. All right. Here we go. Have you tried Talon, Rune Muse, and mains? I have all of those ships. Yes. Less gear gives more points. Yes, they do. I should actually unequip the auxiliary guns from all of my backliners. I should also unequip Juno from other than her auxiliaries. But we're not going to do that. I don't care about having a high score right now. This is for the nostalgia. This is the exact same fleet ships that I used over a year ago to make this clear. I'm actually really nervous. I don't want to mess this up. We might have to try it a few times, by the way. I don't remember the pattern. So I guess I could watch my own video to check the pattern. But who wants to do that? You guys don't want to see me watch. You guys don't want to watch me watching my old video, do you? I'm pretty sure that's a no. Nice miss, Warspite, though. That was a beautiful miss. All right. There. Oh, I was going to say, is Amagi not triggering? Oh, yeah. Amagi isn't triggering because this fleet doesn't have 4 IJN. Is that true? It is totally true. This fleet doesn't have 4 IJN, so Amagi doesn't trigger. That's why she's so slow. I actually put the slow gun on her thinking she would have her early strike, but no, the fleet comp doesn't literally have 4 IJN. Dumbo meta. That's what I like to say. Oh my gosh. I can't believe that I did that. Okay, whatever. Don't use Amagi in EX mode. That's the answer, okay? There's no reason to use Amagi in EX mode anymore. Alright, Juno died, but she's got 8 more seconds of just being a tank here. So that's fine. She'll just eat the damage and everyone healed. All right, we're in good shape. We're about halfway there. We still have a Pearl Tears off of Zara, so this should be all right. First try. I really hope I get it on the first try. Otherwise, that would be a little sad. But, you know, sometimes it doesn't happen. 10 Yi Shields. Zara, so good at me. Can you check your score from last year and compare it with the new score? I will do that. I will compare the new score and the old score. I assume the new score is going to be better. Actually, I don't know because I equipped more equipment on these bad boys. So there's a good chance that the more equipment will make the score lower. But I do think I'm going to clear faster than before because we have plus 13 equips. So there's a good chance that I get less. All right, 10 Yi Shields again. Amagi. So far, we're doing so pretty good here. Although I took a lot of damage on that Zara right here. Okay. Just as I said that, I totally got destroyed. Come on, St. Louis. You can do it. You can do it, St. Louis. I'm pretty sure I survived this with just a St. Louis last time, too. If I remember correctly. I guess we can always go watch it. Come on. Everyone needs to load up again. Really? Okay, thank you. I was going to say, really? Am I going to die here? All right, we got a clear on the first time. Obviously not an S clear. Let's see. So what is our points that we get out of this? It's probably not going to be that great, but let's see. 3, 5, 7, 8. What did we get last time? 3, 5, 7, 8. Let's go check what we got last time. Last time, where I got to go find in the video. I will, oh, it's forward. Oh, I think I put it at the beginning, actually. All right. Before... Oh, we got a lower score. We got a lower score. Last time we got 3736. And that's probably because I unequipped properly. Juno was equipped. We had the auxiliary guns on our ships. So that was because we had more equipment. That makes sense. That makes sense to me. Of course, the fleet that was there, you should not use. Don't use that fleet. Don't use Amagi in EX modes. Please don't use Amagi in EX modes. Oh, my. How much longer are you streaming for? I should be getting done pretty soon. I just finished the EX mode and whatnot. Space did raid me, so it probably kept me a little bit longer. I appreciate the raid. Thank you so much, Space. And yeah, but we should probably get going soon. I have already put New Jersey in the I've already put New Jersey in her commission. So past ALM was better. That is true. I've downgraded. I've gotten a lower score. We've cleared the EX mode. That was the goal for today. Maybe we'll try for a higher score later in a later stream in the week following next week. Once again, I won't be streaming for the rest of the weekend, so do keep care of that. And I think that's going to be it for me. We grinded all the way up to the SP mode. Oh, I don't get the EX thing anymore. That's fine because I've already completed it from the last time we were here. We'll just do some housekeeping stuff, and then we got to go figure out who we're going to raid. So we got to go look up who we're going to raid. They have to be doing Azure Lane. That's the only requirement. Actually, we probably want them to speak English, but I guess we could raid somebody who doesn't, but priority to people who speak English, just because all of you guys probably know English. So, yeah, okay. Let's see who's playing Azure Lane right now. Everyone that's playing Azure Lane. Let's take a look. We are playing Azure Lane. I knew that. Chemo Cheese is playing Azure Lane. Pablo is playing Azure Lane. All right, we have to raid Pablo. Okay, I was in his stream last night, and we were talking about Pablo. He also subscribed to my channel today. He gave me a tier 1 subscription today, and we have never raided him before. We've already raided Chemo. I've raided him before, so we've never raided Pablo. He's a Roman VTuber, and I want everyone in the chat right now to, when they go over there and they go raid to Pablo's channel, I want you to ask him to say his name. Okay, everyone needs to ask him to say his name. Okay, that is what we're gonna do today, and I will be over there for a very short period of time because I do have to get going, but I will say hello to Pablo and wish him good luck on the stream, and I want everyone to ask him to say his full name. Okay, here we go. We're going to raid the channel. Pablo. He's going from literally going to go from 5 viewers to 160 viewers if you guys all rate. So this should be exciting. Everyone who's a subscriber, use your cute little Amagi emotes and ask him to say his name. See you guys later. I will ping you guys on Discord when I'm streaming next. It won't be this weekend. It will be sometime during the next week, during the week. Okay? Thank you guys for watching. Take care. And until next time, give my best wishes to Pablo.